With the second pick, the Seattle Supersonics select Kevin Durant.
Bryant was a 5-time NBA champion in 2009 and 2010 when the Lakers were back-to-back winners.
He is a champion. He is an icon.
A 7-foot forward from Germany, Dirk Nowitzki.
All right, let's do this. We're going to be doing a 20-year historic rebuild today. That's going to take us to pretty much present day. So what is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing? I'm going to show you my sliders real quick. I'm going to try to keep this as challenging as possible. 100 CPU re-signing aggressiveness, 100 contract negotiation difficulty. We'll start off with 55 trade negotiation difficulty, 50 simulator difficulty. And the team I'm going to be using today is going to be my New York Knicks. The New York Knicks are basically coming off a very successful decade in the 90s and in the early 2000s, and then James Dolan, who's one of the worst NBA owners of all time, plummeted the franchise. A revolving door at head coach, so many bad trades, so many bad general managers. We're gonna hopefully change that course of history, and like the Knicks haven't really had consistency till present day. It's been 20 years. So I'm also gonna implement some new things to make this somewhat challenging. Now, I can't go over the cap space that much. So negative 50 million over the cap is going to trigger me having to give up and forfeit my first round pick in the following year. So I could do it if I want to, but then I got to give up my first round pick. I'll just draft the player and not sign them. So that is going to limit me from basically being able to re-sign all my good players, and we're going to have to make some tough draft decisions. Right now, this team is negative 36 million over the cap. Negative 40 million. Yeah, like this team did not do, I think, a great job setting themselves up for success after the Patrick Ewing era, the John Starks era. I mean, Allen Houston was a phenomenal pickup from Detroit, helped lead them to a title appearance, but yeah, Latrell Sprewell, I think we could move on from as well. There is a chance that this team ends up having to, I guess, become a seller at the deadline. This is going to be the 2003 draft as well, which I'm very excited for, which has LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony in it. Basically, the Spurs won the finals. Tim Duncan won MVP. Amari Stoudemire won Rookie of the Year. We'll kind of see what changes this time around. So yeah, we're pretty much going to be building this team on the backs of Allen Houston and Latrell Sprewell. We're going to see how they do this year. Like I said, though, there is a chance that we have to sell at the deadline. We have our first round picks going forward. So yeah, we'll see how this team is doing. And I'm scared it's not going to be a playoff team, but we'll see. All right, so we are here at the trade deadline. We are 23-21 here in the 2003 season. The Sixers, led by Allen Iverson, are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, he is him. The Detroit Pistons, man, they downgraded from that logo so hard. This was basically a year before they ended up going to, and winning the NBA Finals. You have the Boston Celtics, who I think are overachieving a little bit this season, and the New Jersey Nets with Jason Kidd and Richard Jefferson. Now, in the West, the Golden State Warriors are 35-9. Yeah, this was Gilbert Arenas, Josh Richardson, Antoine Jameson, Mike Dunleavy, who's now like the general manager of the Warriors. You got the San Antonio Spurs, who won the finals this season. You have the Phoenix Suns as well with Stephon Marbury, who ended up being a Knick at one point. Yeah, just not great Knicks years, I'll tell you that. But that's what got me into basketball. Amari Stoudemire ended up being a Knick eventually at one point as well. And then looking at our numbers right now, Allen Houston leading the way, 21.5 points. He's having a very good season. Now, he's under contract. He's 31. I think we'll have to figure out, can we build a championship team with him, around him? We'll see. Latrell Sprewell is also under contract. I think I'm not going to move any of these guys now because I can move Sprewell in the offseason. I think I could still get maybe a year or two more out of Allen Houston. Kurt Thomas, 30 years old. Yeah, I think we just got to get younger with this team, because if we look at the young core right now, it's not pretty. Like, Antonio McDyess is 28, not on a great contract. Charlie Ward, he was like I think he won the Heisman at Florida State, and he was a first-round pick from the Knicks in 94 under Pat Riley. He's maybe kind of a bust for us at this point. At least not a bust, but we have to move on. There's Clarence Weatherspoon. I mean, the Knicks also drafted, I believe it was Monty Williams, who had the heart condition in that Charlie Ward draft. So, yeah, we don't really have a good young core, and that's a big thing. We'll see who's in free agency. We'll see if we can get younger with the Sprewell trade, and then hopefully start building up a very championship contending team, maybe in like the 2005-6 seasons. I mean, we got 20 years of this. So the Knicks finished the season 37-45. We should be a little bit better right now. This was Don Chaney was the head coach. This is when there was still just 2 divisions in each conference. The Atlantic Division was a pretty large division, and then we'll go through all the rule changes as well in the offseason. So we're going to finish, come on, let's finish above 500. 500. We just got to win 2 more games, and we are going to do just that. Nope, we finished at 500. Well, I definitely just jinxed that. Kobe Bryant, instead of Tim Duncan, wins the 2003 MVP. Yao Ming, instead of Amari Stoudemire, is your Rookie of the Year. Mike Miller won 6th Man of the Year. Ben Wallace won Defensive Player of the Year like he did at this time as well. Phil Jackson is your Coach of the Year. Here's All-NBA First Team with Kobe, T-Mac, Duncan, KG, O'Neal. This is kind of the time of the big man, too. You need some good big men to compete. There's All-NBA Second Team. All-NBA third team. There's all defensive first team. No Knicks. Shout out to AK-47 at 22 years old making it. There's all-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. And yeah, there's no play-in tournament. And the New York Knicks finished 41-41 and did not make the playoffs, unfortunately. You have the New Orleans Hornets there in the East. Did they have Larry Johnson at this time? No, they had Jamal Mashburn, Jamal McGlure as well. Yeah, so we have to realize like the ceiling with this team. Who knows? Maybe I move Allen Houston. Maybe. Could I get a younger guy like a Chris Bosh in the offseason? But Allen Houston is still a really good player. I think with Trell Sprewell, I'm going to look to move. 3-point shot, like 3-point percentage really didn't matter too much at this time. Kurt Thomas could get moved as well. He's 30 years old, but he's under contract for a little bit. We'll see. And obviously don't want to be too big of a spender because I got to worry about going over 50 mil because I do not want to lose my first round pick. And let's just look at the league leaders throughout the season. Kobe led the league in scoring, followed by T-Mac, AI, O'Neal, and Duncan. Rebounding, wow, Ben Wallace had 17 of them. Steve Nash on Dallas led the league in assists. He also had 19 points as well. He was like my favorite player of all time, so I would love to maybe acquire him at one point throughout this 20-year video, kind of in his prime, the 7 seconds or less Phoenix days, and the Lakers end up winning the 2003 finals. Kobe Bryant is your finals MVP. They beat Ray Allen and the Bucks, and Ray Allen and Kobe had a little bit of a rivalry back then, so that's pretty cool to see. Him and Shaq get another ring together. And yeah, you had the 7-seeded Raptors upset the 2-seeded Pistons. I wonder if they go out and still get like Rasheed Wallace. So here's everybody retiring. Akeem Olajuwon, 41-year-old on the Toronto Raptors. There goes Steve Kerr, Tim Hardaway, Sean Kemp all retiring, Greg Anthony, Dikembe Mutombo retires, Domantas Sabonis' dad retires, and then you have Akeem Olajuwon obviously going to the Hall of Fame. Sean Kemp gets his jersey retired by the Supersonics. So we're going to change some branding, some logos for some of these teams. I don't know if I'm ever going to move. Like, I don't have to agree to send this Supersonics to Oklahoma City, so maybe we keep that around. We are going to reject most of these right now. Yeah, we could change some. We'll see. So we're going to be here having a lottery pick, but we're going to be at the end of the lottery. I'm not sure off the top of my head when the Vancouver expansion team comes in, but we end up getting the 13th overall pick. Well, I guess Vancouver already became Memphis at this point, and there's only 29 teams, so I guess the Pelicans haven't became a team yet. The Heat get the #1 overall pick. Well, they ended up with Dwayne Wade. Originally, the Cavs, 2. They ended up with LeBron. Are they going to flip? Wizards at 3. Nuggets at 4, who got Melo. Bulls at 5, and we know that the Raptors made the playoffs. All right, so do we want to keep Don Chaney as our head coach? Tom Thibodeau, though, we could promote to being the Knicks head coach, which ended up being like 20 years later. I mean, Greg Popovich is out there. I'm not getting him. Pat Riley. Do we bring him back? That would be kind of funny, honestly, because that relationship did not end well with the Knicks. Don Chaney ended up getting fired the year later. They had Herb Williams and Lenny Wilkins as the head coach. I'm reading a book like on the Knicks in the 90s, and it's a great read. I definitely recommend it. But I actually have it right here. It's called Blood in the Garden. If you're a Knicks fan or just kind of enjoyed 90s basketball, I definitely recommend it. Got it from my dad as a Christmas gift, and I will say it's a great read. So, I don't know. Getting Pat Riley, bringing him back would be funny. Obviously, not realistic whatsoever. So, we'll go one more year with Don Chaney. And here we are, the 2003 NBA draft. I would like to draft a real player. I know it's not going to be a perfect draft. Darko Milicic. I mean, Jose Calderon, Kyle Korver, Leandro Barbosa. There's Steve Blake, Zaza Pachulia, Carlos Delfino, David West. I mean, there's some talent that we could definitely get at 14, or excuse me, at 13. All right, I want to see if I could do maybe a Latrell Sprewell for an Al Harrington swap. I know that the Knicks and the Pacers were definitely rivals in the 90s, but I also would like that 2005 or 6 first-round pick. Could I maybe get their first rounder next year? That's tough. All right, what about 2006? And Al Harrington, who is 23 years old, ended up being a Knick at one point as well, could give us a little bit more size or just versatility as the forward, and I can move on from Sprewell's contract, his age. That would actually be a great return. Would they agree to that? They counter offer it. They want my second this year and my second this year, 2 seconds this year, which is fine. Primo Brezic, we get in this deal. What pick is that? That is 33. I'd be willing to give that up. All right, so they agreed to that. That's our first big move of the video. And let's see where these guys from the 2003 draft class ends up. LeBron James played for the Heat at one point in his career, but goes #1 to the Miami Heat. #2, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Are they going to get Dwayne Wade? No, they take Carmelo Anthony out of Syracuse. So the man from Marquette is still on the board. The Washington Wizards are on the clock, and they're trading the pick for Antoine Jamison in a first. Oh, wow, what a deal. And Dwayne Wade goes to the Golden State Warriors. Flash goes to the guy holding the lightning bolt. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I can't lie. Chris Kaman goes ahead of Chris Bosh. All right, if Chris Bosh fell to like 6, I would maybe trade up. Let's see. Are the Bulls going to take Chris Bosh? No, they're trading the pick for Grant Hill. Whoa. All right, the Orlando Magic select Chris Bosh. Damn, that's a nice trade up from them. The Utah Jazz select Darko Milicic. We know he went to the Pistons originally. And the Magic, who moved Grant Hill and got Bosh, pair him up with Kirk Heinrich. That's a great draft for the Magic so far. It seems like David West goes. Damn, I kind of wanted him. Let's see who's going to fall to me now. The Pacers, are they going to take one of the good guys? They end up trading the pick and a future first in 2007 for Sam Cassell. Are the Bucks blowing it up after losing in the finals? They take TJ Ford, the point guard out of Texas. Michael Sweetney goes to the Blazers. And there's some good guys here. There's Luke Ridnour. There's Kyle Korver, Leandro Barbosa. I like the idea of trying to develop Jose Calderon. And I think I'm going to do that. He ended up being a Knick at one point in his career. I think we need some foundation at the point guard position to set up Allen Houston and some of these other guys. So let's do that. And yeah, the 2003 draft has been completed. Here's where some of the guys ended up. Nick Collison, pretty good overall, going to the Hornets there. Barbosa went. All right, so rookie signings. Let's sign Jose Calderon. Team player options, we got none right now. I don't know if I'm going to make any other moves. We'll see. I know we're kind of like in that purgatory stage, which makes this a pretty challenging rebuild off the gate. I still will work the phones. McDyess is an expiring deal. I don't really have any intention on re-signing him. And we're going to send Antonio McDyess in a second rounder to the Golden State Warriors for Danny Fortson, who's 27 years old, power forward size center, 6'7". Not much of a floor spacer, but could still be in the rotation. And I'm getting their unprotected pick in 07. They do have Dwayne Wade now, so maybe they're going to be good then. But I think just getting a first for McDyess is nice. Building up that draft capital, and we want that influx of young talent. And we're going to make this trade with the Utah Jazz. We're sending former Heisman winner Charlie Ward and Howard Isley over to the Utah Jazz. Isley was the starting point guard last year, but now I think I'm going to give it Jose Calderon. We're going to get Greg Ostertag, an expiring deal from the Jazz. Just don't tell me he has like a player option. He does not. Good. And we're getting their first round pick, top 3 protected in next year's draft, which is kind of nice for us. And yeah, we're taking on some bad money to get some nice draft capital. And that's what the Knicks probably should have been doing to start their rebuild after Patrick Ewing. So Jason Kidd is a free agent at 30 years old. Michael Jordan is going to leave, I guess, the Washington Wizards. We'll say he could resign with them, but he's a free agent at 40, doesn't retire. There's Jermaine O'Neal, who would go for a pretty penny out there. I don't think I'm going to be able to sign anybody. Yeah, we are negative in the cap space right now. Kevin Ollie we can get. I honestly don't think I'm going to go after anybody. Yeah, we have a lot of guys, but we should be saving money going forward. Don't tell me I'm going to lose mine now. We're good on cap space. We're negative 22 million right now, and we're going to be freeing up a decent amount going forward. I think there's a chance we move Allen Houston at the deadline, if not on draft night next year. All right, so Karl Malone is still a free agent at 40 years old. Wow, Gilbert Arenas. Wow, maybe there's some off-the-court issues. If I had cap space, I would so go after Agent Zero. That is wild. I mean, I don't even have a mid-level exception right now. That's how far over the cap we are. But Jason Kidd goes to the Clippers, does not end up on the Suns, or excuse me, does not end up on Dallas. Wow, that is kind of crazy. Michael Jordan goes back to the Wizards on a 1-year deal. Jermaine O'Neal got paid to return to the Pacers. Sean Marion leaves Phoenix and goes to Orlando. Gary Payton back to the Supersonics. Elton Brand back to the Clippers. Rip Hamilton, wow, goes to Utah. We have their first next year. That doesn't help that. So here we are. This team is gross. We may be in contention for the #1 overall pick. Wow, this team is disgusting. And this is going to be the 2004 draft class coming up, which was headlined by 2 big men, Dwight Howard out of high school and Emeka Okafor, I believe, out of UConn. Yes, and you have like Andre Iguodala in this draft. I would love Dwight Howard. He's 17. He's going to be 18. Like, you can get him for a long, long time. One of the greatest centers of the 21st century. I'm like looking around the trade finder for Allen Houston. I'm probably going to move him in the offseason. We could get Big Z. That's interesting. But yeah, I thought maybe we should just tank fully, but I'm not going to get probably the best value because there are some like financial restraints. So yeah, we're gonna just probably be bad here in the 2004 season. Jose Calderon is the starting point guard. We just want to see him develop, and Al Harrington as well, the main piece we got back in the Latrell Sprewell deal. The Pistons ended up winning the finals in real life this season. I don't think that happens, but they did beat us to start off the season as Jose Calderon, 19-6. Okay. Road game here against the Magic. All right. Yeah, we're going to be bad. Like I said, though, I don't think I'm going to trade Allen Houston at the deadline. I think I'm going to move him in the offseason, but we did beat LeBron. All right, Allen. All right, so we're here at the 2004 trade deadline. The Orlando Magic are the 1 seed here in the Eastern Conference with Chris Bosh, newly acquired Sean Marion, probably the best offensive player or scorer in the league, and maybe Tracy McGrady, rookie Kirk Heinrich as well. So yeah, they're top. The Bucks, no championship hangover, even moving on from Sam Cassell. They got Ray Allen, they got J.R. Bremer. Michael Redd is still really good. I was a big Michael Redd fan, would love to get him at one point as well. Lakers and Spurs are going to be pretty much jockeying for the top Western Conference spot. The Kings, man, they did get robbed, but they do have a young Carlos Boozer now. But I don't know if I'm going to make any trades. I mean, we're 18 and 27. I would like to fall to this tier of teams. Why are there so many bad teams in this league? Damn. In the Western Conference too. Like right now, we're not making the playoffs, but we are like going to be picking at 13 again. I would hate that after the season we are having. Allen Houston's been good, and I know he's winning me games, but I just don't think I'm going to get a good enough return for him. I'd like to trade him for a given draft pick as well, but we'll see. Al Harrington's having a pretty good year. He's still under contract going forward, making $6 million a year, but I think he's worth it. Kurt Thomas has been having a good bounce back year as well. As 31. He could be probably moved in the offseason. I'm liking what I'm seeing from... I said that, and then I looked at the efficiency. It's garbage. Oh my God, he can't hit a shot, but hey, it's his rookie year. A lot of growing pains to that. Shandon Anderson, no efficiency as well. Denny Fortson, who we got in a trade last offseason. He's been fine, actually. Not too bad. Othello Harrington. Yeah, like the bottom of this bench is not exciting whatsoever. And I don't think I'm going to do any like contract extensions, nor do I really have any to do. So at the end of the 04 season, this was the MVP year of Kevin Garnett on the Timberwolves. This year, it does go to Shaq, like it happened in real life, but for the Heat, LeBron is your rookie of the year. Zach Randolph, Zebo, maybe DJ Burns of modern day, is your sixth man of the year. Ben Wallace wins Depoy. Speedy Claxton, most improved, and coach of the year goes to the Celtics guy. The Pistons beat the Lakers in the finals, and the Lakers have 2 All-NBA first guys, so I think they're going to win it this time around. Kidd, Vince, LeBron as a rookie, Dirk and Pau Gasol on All-NBA second team. All-NBA third team, you have T-Mac, Baron Davis, Jermaine O'Neal, Elton Brand, and Yao Ming. Here's all-defensive first team. All-defensive second team, we don't get Jose Calderon on all-rookie first team, but we do get him on all-rookie second team. So the Knicks won 39-43 this season. It was pretty much the first year of Stephon Marbury there. Let's see what we ended up going. I hope a lot worse. Okay, 30-52. God, why couldn't we be... How are the Sixers with AI not better than us? 30-52 is going to set us up for around like the 5th to 6th pick going into the lottery. Okay, that's not terrible. Hopefully we do get some luck. I want Dwight Howard. I can maybe offer like all the first round picks we got last offseason and Allen Houston to get Dwight. And honestly, that may be a smart idea. So at least we have some type of franchise building block going forward, because this team is in limbo and has a whole lot of nothing to be exciting about. Like Al Harrington's 24, Calderon's 22, but we got to move on from Allen Houston in the offseason. Here is your top stat leaders from this season, or that is just for us. I was going to say the top guy only had 22 points. The leading scorer was Kobe Bryant. Yep, setting himself up to maybe be on his path to being the greatest player of all time. We'll see. Rebounds goes to Tim Duncan, Ben Wallace, KG, and then the O'Neal brothers. I know they're not brothers. I thought they were growing up, though, which is kind of funny. Jason Williams, White Chocolate, 10.7 assists. Love that. Andre Miller, slow-mo, man. Slow-mo before slow-mo. 10 assists. Then you have Kidd, Nash, and then Jose Calderon. All right, we'll take that, even though he's the only guy here that shot under 36 or under 40% from the field. And then let's simulate these playoffs and see who wins the 2004 finals. Like I said, it ended up going to the Lakers, or it went to the Pistons, but the Magic end up winning it. Okay. Sean Marion, finals MVP. Whoa. Are we now looking at Sean Marion as some other players? So the Lakers do lose the finals like they did in real life, but it goes to T-Mac, Marion, rookie Chris Bosh. Wow, that's a good team. Mike Miller. Yeah, shout out to the Orlando Magic. They ended up going up against each other in, 2010, but they ended up winning in 04. John Stockton retires, same with Scottie Pippen, both Hall of Famers. Reggie Miller will be a Hall of Famer as well. David Robinson, obviously. So a loaded Hall of Fame class coming up. Yeah, you got Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, David Robinson, John Stockton, and Scottie Pippen. Jersey retirements, Stockton and Malone by the Jazz, Pippen and Jordan by the Bulls, and David Robinson, the Admiral, by the Spurs. So we're going to add the Charlotte Bobcats as an expansion team, so I'm going to lose a guy to the expansion draft. We're going to change a lot of brandings, and the Vancouver Grizzlies are going to become the Memphis Grizzlies. So let's do that. We're going to have an expansion draft this offseason, I think. Oh, man, and that's going to even hurt me in the draft lottery as well, which is kind of annoying. All right, let's do this. Charlotte Bobcats, welcome to the NBA. We're going to go to 3 divisions here in each conference, 5 apiece. And yeah, that's what it's going to look like pretty much on both ends. I'm just so nostalgic for these logos. And here is the lottery time. So that Utah pick, whoa, I believe it's top 3 protected. Damn. So I know that the Bobcats are going to be in there. Let's see if we get some luck. I mean, I hope that Jazz picks at 4, because if I end up with like 4 and 7, I could also leverage those 2 picks to try to make a really nice offer to number 1. The worst case scenario is like our pick falls to like 8 or 9, and that Jazz pick stays in the top 3, so we don't even get it. Oh, David Stern, I need you to rig this like the Patrick Ewing lottery, please. The Raptors are at number 10. Oh, I am so nervous. I am so nervous. I need this, man. I need this so badly. Mavericks at number 9. No surprises thus far. Don't say the Knicks. Okay, the Blazers are at 8. No surprises. It was a little bit easier to win the lottery back then. Come on. I need this to be rigged. Come on. Damn it. All right. Oh, that's the Utah pick. Okay, so that we get it. All right, I will take this. This is good. Don't say the Knicks. There we go. That's the Suns. That is huge that was the Utah pick. Oh my God. I think that means we're in the top 4. Hornets at 5. All right, so I don't know if this means like the Bobcats are at 4. Are they like guaranteed 4? I don't think they would win the lottery. Yes, we end up with the top 3 pick. Come on, David Stern. Rig it for me. Rig it for your boy. Please. Oh my God. I think we're in the top 2, unless I'm tripping, but I'm like 99% sure we're in the top 2, and we end up, I think, getting the number 1 overall pick. I don't even need to trade for Dwight Howard. Oh my God. Yes! Yes! Let's freaking go. The Knicks are back. That's what I'm talking about. We have picks 1 and 7. That was the best case scenario. And I'm going to move Allen Houston this offseason. The rebuild has officially begun, finally. And we're going to look for a younger head coach to lead this rebuild. Maybe Byron Scott. Could we maybe convince Byron Scott to be the head coach? I mean, I don't think I'm getting Phil Jackson. I mean, Don Nelson, I don't know if I want to do that again. We'll see. Steve Clifford's out there as well. We could promote him to the head coaching job. I mean, can we convince Pat Riley? Okay, I kind of want Byron Scott. I'm going to do that because it's a little bit more realistic, because Pat Riley and the Knicks did not end on good terms after the 90s. And I don't think Pat Riley would want to do a rebuild right now either. So we are here at the protect players spot, and I'm okay with this because we aren't a good team. So there is plenty of guys that I'm cool letting up in that draft. So let's see how bad this team is going to be. Oh my God, Howard Isley went. Okay. Yeah, this team is not going to be good. This Bobcats team is going to be bad for a couple years. I'm sorry, Charlotte. Hopefully it works better for you than it did in real life. So I think before the 2005 drafts, or excuse me, 4 draft starts, yeah, I'm not taking Raul Lopez. Are you kidding me? Are you trying to sabotage this? I'm not taking Devin Harris. We're taking Dwight Howard. I think I do want to trade Allen Houston. All right, so a lot of teams don't have cap space right now, and a lot of players that I think I would like to trade Tracy McGrady, or not Tracy McGrady, Allen Houston 4 have team options that need to be picked up or not. So with the number 1 overall pick, it would be cool to go after Emeka Okafor, but like an 18-year-old, somebody we can actually develop. It makes all the sense in the world to get Dwight Howard. It would be funny if his ceiling was like Dwight Howard. So we're going to take the man out of Atlanta, like an Atlanta high school. I'm excited for Dwight Howard in the Garden. Going from Patrick Ewing to Dwight Howard, that's pretty cool. Devin Harris goes. Emeka Okafor went 2nd. We'll definitely monitor his career. Both playing in the same division, which is cool. You got Devin Harris in the Eastern Conference. Well, Dang in the Eastern Conference as well, out of Duke. The New Orleans Hornets, are they trading the pick? Nope, they take Tony Allen, the defensive stud out of Oklahoma State. Judd Martin Jr. out of Boise State. And we are on the clock at 7. I like the idea of getting Andre Iguodala here. Yeah, let's do that. Iggy out of Arizona. This is fun, man, because right now, on paper, like, we have Calderon at the 1, Iggy at the 2. For now, Allen Houston at the 3, Al Harrington at the 4, and Dwight Howard at the 5. And then the second round, I'm going to snag Jameer Nelson, which I think is a great find for us here at pick 36. Going to be the backup point guard to Jose Calderon. And yeah, I think that's a really good draft for us. Kevin Martin went 9 to the Dallas Mavericks. Rolo went 12 to the Cavs. Anderson Varejao 13 to the Clippers. And let's sign Dwight, Iggy, and Jameer Nelson. So that could be a big draft class for us at 2004 one. We don't have any team player options right now. I guess there really wasn't a ton throughout the league anyway. The problem is no team really has cap space out there. The Utah Jazz do. I mean, we just got their first rounder in this draft. I don't think they kept, or Kirilenko's a free agent. I thought about that. So I want to move Allen Houston. I'm okay being bad next year. All right, I don't think the Pistons are going to say yes to this, but we're going to try it. Mark Pope and Allen Houston, who's got 2 years left on his contract, going to Detroit for Memento Core, who was undrafted a few years ago. A good big man, 25 years old, under contract, and could develop a nice shot. Could be a fun power forward to put next to Dwight Howard in that front court. And could I get an unprotected 05 and 07 first? They are going to counter it. Yeah, we could do this. They could take Harrington from me. We're going to take Corliss Washington, who we do have to pay a little bit, but honestly, we could flip as well. So let's do this trade. We send Allen Houston to the Detroit Pistons. This team is looking pretty bleak. We could have Kurt Thomas mentor Dwight Howard, but I'm okay just kind of keep selling everybody. Let's play the young guys. We are going to have a little bit of cap space. Just kidding. I lied. We don't have any cap space right now. I mean, looking at our salary cap breakdown, -$5 million right now. I mean, if 2007's free agency is good, like, we're going to have a little bit of cap space sense. So we can kind of keep this core for now. We'll see if KG, Pau Gasol, Steve Nash, Rasheed Wallace, any of these guys end up switching teams. I would love Andre Kirilenko. We just can't afford him, and I don't even have, like, a mid-level exception right now. So free agency is almost done. KG goes back to the Timberwolves. Rasheed Wallace back to the Blazers. Steve Nash pairs up with Dwayne Wade in Golden State. That is pretty sick. Jason Terry to the Raptors. Kenyon Martin, former #1 overall pick, goes to the 76ers. So this is going to be the team next year. Al Harrington is now our best player. It's kind of crazy how bad this team is right now, but that's fine. We're entering the rebuild. So the Knicks have had multiple coaches basically since Pat Riley and Jeff Van Gundy, and it was a dark time period before they finally had some stability with, I guess there was Mike Woodson at one time, and now there's Tom Thibodeau. This is the 2005 draft. Not the greatest in the world. I mean, you have Raymond Felton out of UNC. You have Andrew Bogut. You have Darren Williams. Oh, no, wait. This was the Chris Paul draft. So you do have Chris Paul in this one as well. The Knicks would go on to finish 3-49. They fired Lenny Wilkins, made Herb Williams the coach again. And the Spurs won the 05 finals. I think this is what I'm going to line up there. I want to start Dwight Howard. I want to start Emeka Okafor at the 4. Kurt Thomas can get 20 minutes tonight. There's a chance I move him at the deadline. Like, this bench is definitely uninspiring. Like, I think Jameer Nelson could even get, like, 20 minutes a night. Yeah, like, I don't want to play any of those guys either. So Calderon, let's see him play 33 minutes a night. Let's go 29 to the rookie Iggy, and then we can go like 33 to Al Harrington. But let's hope Byron Scott can be that kind of sustainable head coach for us. We're 3.5-star perimeter centric, but we're in a rebuild. I'm okay if we're bad. All right, so we're here at the trade deadline. We are 11-36. I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this. A lot of growing pains. Sucks to see Pat Riley and the Heat succeed. Oh, they signed Gilbert Arenas. Oh, that team's so good. I tried getting Caron Butler, but I really couldn't. Yeah, they're so good. Chicago's really good with Jalen Rose, Lamar Odom. They have Tyson Chandler. Pretty good player. Boston's pretty good with Paul Pierce now, kind of developing into being a stud. You got the Clippers, top of the Western Conference. I mean, they have Mike Miller, who just won a title with Orlando last year. They have Elton Brand. They have Jason Kidd, former #1 overall pick. Michael Okondi, what a guy. And the Denver Nuggets are pretty good as well, led by Baron Davis, so shout out to him. So I don't think I'm going to make any moves because we don't really have any pending free agents, so we can kind of look to move guys in the offseason. I just hope Dwight Howard ends up winning Rookie of the Year. Al Harrington, I think we have to figure out if he's going to be part of our future plans because he'll be expiring next year. Iguodala is having a fine rookie season. It's fine. Memento Core shooting 40% from 3. I love that fit with him and Dwight Howard. Jose Calderon is still really inefficient, a little bit better last year or this year. 10.8 assists a night, though. And if we do take a look at the award races, MVP goes to LeBron in his, second year in the NBA, possibly. Dwight Howard, #1 in the Rookie of the Year race. You got Andre Iguodala at #5. All right, so we are going to finish with a pretty bad record, 20-62. LeBron James ends up winning MVP. Dwight Howard, though, Rookie of the Year. So, the future is bright here in New York. Don't worry. We got to go through these dog days to be successful for the next 15 years of this video. Here's All-NBA first team, second team, third team, if you wanted to pause and see. I can't wait to see if Dwight Howard, he'll probably be the first guy we get. Him and Iggy on all rookie first team. And obviously we did not make the playoffs. We were very bad. 20-62, was that the worst record in the NBA? Yep. So the first year without Allen Houston, we are really bad. The Pistons went 40-42 with Allen Houston though. All right, interesting. He put up pretty good numbers, though, I would say, in Detroit. And this team is going to, I don't know, we should have a little bit of cap space this offseason because I'm going to try to get off of some of these contracts. I think I can get off Williamson's contract. I don't know about Shandon Anderson, and definitely Kurt Thomas's contract I plan on getting off of. And who knows, I may even move Al Harrington as well. So just basically looking to see who did what this season. Kobe led the NBA in scoring. Shout out to Rashad Bowie. Tim Duncan led the league in rebounds, and assist goes to Jose Calderon. All right, he shot above 40% from the field. I'll take that. All right, so the Spurs won the finals in real life here in 2005. Let's see who wins it now. Is it going to be the Heat? Okay, so it's Dwayne Wade versus LeBron in the finals, and Dwayne Wade beats LeBron in 7 games. Wow, Dwayne Wade and Steve Nash get it done. Mike Dunleavy, Jason Richardson, and yeah, the Heat came up short. They lost in 7 games. Wow. All right, that was a fun 2005 season. Here we are going into the 2005 offseason. Couple coaches retires. Lenny Wilkins, who was the Knicks coach at this time, wasn't good. Gary Payton, the glove, heads to the Hall of Fame, gets his jersey retired by the Supersonics. So we're going to have a new mock draft on NBA.com, I guess. Oh yeah, so this is eliminating high school guys. So Lou Will, J.R. Smith, some of those guys were the last of this generation to do that. And you had to go to college or play overseas. So we have the #1 odds at with the #1 overall pick. Let's see if the 2005 draft lottery wants to give me luck like it did last year, and we end up dropping it too. Okay. All right, so this comes to a tricky situation because there's some good point guards in this class, right? Darren Williams, Chris Paul could be in play there at #2, but we did draft Jose Calderon. We also have the 17th pick in the draft, and obviously saying that out loud, it's kind of stupid, right? Like, I shouldn't let Jose Calderon limit me from drafting one of those maybe franchise point guards. So if we take a look at the mocks, who do they have the Bobcats taking? Channing Frye, number 1. Wow, that would be kind of insane. We'll see if that happens. Chris Paul. I mean, that would kind of be insane if they took Channing Frye. All right, so I'm going to do this trade with the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to send them Kurt Thomas and Corliss Williamson for 2 future second-round picks, and we're going to clear up around $12 million with this deal. So let's start here. The 2005 NBA draft, the number 1 overall pick, the Charlotte Bobcats select Chris Paul, the point guard out of Wake Forest. So there goes the dream of pairing up Chris Paul and Dwight Howard. Now, there's a lot of good point guards here. I don't know if I want Marvin Williams out of Washington State, excuse me. I think the pick would be Darren Williams still, because Andrew Bogut and Dwight Howard I don't think would work out, even though like floor spacing isn't all that. I mean, it would be cool to have like those twin towers. I don't know though. I mean, the 2006 draft gets a little, or excuse me, this is 2006. Yeah, this is 2006. I was saying 2005. No, wait, this is 2005. I'm losing my mind here. 2006 draft wasn't the best. It's like Andre Bargnani going number 1 overall. So I think I'm going to go with Darren Williams, which is like clock is ticking Jose Calderon. Could they play together in the backcourt? Maybe. But I'm going to opt for Darren Williams, the point guard out of Illinois, who I think just has a little bit more upside than Jose Calderon. Bogut went 3, Raymond Felton 4, Channing Frye 5. A couple of those guys ended up playing for the New York Knicks eventually in their careers. We could go with someone that played for the Knicks in Nate Robinson, but there's Lou Will, there's Monta Ellis, who I like the idea from, getting one of these last high school guys. Let's do that. All right, so this team looks so much more exciting going forward. There was Danny Granger in this draft group, or I thought that was Grievous Vasquez. So let's sign Williams, let's sign Ellis, and like we actually have a good young core now. Like we have something completely different from when we started. We have Dwight Howard, we have Darren Williams, we have Jose Calderon, we have a Meno core, Iggy, even Al Harrington, Jameer Nelson, and Monta Ellis. We're not going to extend any of these guys the qualifying offers. Do we have cap space? No, we are probably like still a little bit away. I don't know how. I guess like these contracts were high when you start this because yeah, we could have 30 million in cap space next year. We'll see. So you know what? I don't know if I'm going to sign anybody. I wouldn't mind like a backup big man for some help, just like some big man depth. I don't know if there's anybody I like here. Bring Greg Ostertag back. Ugh, I don't really know. But you know what? I'm going to take a chance on Hedo Turkoglu here. He, maybe his career has not worked out so far. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal worth around $3 million per year. And he could be maybe a good three-point shooter off the bench for us. So Shaq goes back to the Lakers. Joe Johnson signs with the Indiana Pacers. Carlos Boozer gets a nice deal from the Sacramento Kings. All right, so Dwight Howard is an 83 overall. Yeah, we actually have a building block. I think Al Harrington could like leave in free agency next year. We'll see. But we got to be wise with our money because eventually we think that like Dwight Howard's going to get a max contract and I don't want to go over that negative 50 million. Yeah, like this 2006 draft did also have a Marcus Aldridge, Rajon Rondo, Paul Millsap. No, it's actually solid. Like there are some solid names in here for sure. I think I'm going to, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to start Darren Williams yet, but he's going to play a ton of minutes. I'm still going to start Hedo Turkoglu, but if he doesn't turn that efficiency around, he's probably going to not be the starting point guard going forward. Honestly, Hedo Turkoglu could be somewhat of a good six-man for us. We'll have Jameer Nelson, Monta Ellis, and probably Danny Fortson as like the backup big. And then we got Calderon, Iggy, Harrington, Accor, and then Dwight Howard. So maybe we try to develop like the mold of what the Orlando Magic did with Dwight Howard that succeeded. Like we surround him with a bunch of shooters. I mean, we have somebody that was in Hedo Turkoglu, and Jameer Nelson's on the team as well. I think a Memento Core could be a good power forward. I don't think he's as good as Rashard Lewis or Ryan Anderson, but is a good three-point shooter. I mean, Al Harrington does not fit that mold. Iggy, I don't think will fit that mold, but hopefully could be just kind of like a good glue guy off the bench. And Calderon definitely doesn't fit that mold. So we'll have to figure out what we want to do going forward. We're 3-star perimeter centric. First game of the year is against the Detroit Pistons, and we won by 6. There we go, Dwight. I also wanted to see what draft picks we have this year. We have our first rounder, and we have a Pacers unprotected first round pick. Yes, we love to see that. And we have 3 first rounders next year. Man, this rebuild is off to a very good start. So LeBron goes back-to-back with MVP awards. I wonder how many he's going to win in this video. Chris Paul of the Charlotte Bobcats is your Rookie of the Year. Ron Artest, 6th Man of the Year in New Jersey, coming off the bench. Obviously a stud defender. Speaking of stud defenders, AK-47 ends up winning Depoy. Lester Paxson, Most Improved. Okay. And then Aiden Anderson of the Miami Heat. Yeah, that team is so good now. So good. They kind of have maybe a dynasty starting with LeBron. I mean, they did lose in the finals last year to Dwayne Wade and the Golden State Warriors. Here's All-NBA third team. As we got Dwight Howard on it, bang, 20 points, 12.5 rebounds, over a steal and 2 blocks a night. He could have won Depoy this year in year number 2. He was on all defensive first team. We love to see that. Darren Williams on all rookie first team. that efficiency looked good. Yeah, we may start Darren Williams over Jose Calderon, and I'm covering it right now. Boom! We made the playoffs for the first time in this video. So here are the stats from this season. Dwight Howard, double-double per night. Al Harrington, the efficiency wasn't great. I think I'm going to let him walk in free agency, but we'll see. Iguodala, I mean, the efficiency was better from his rookie year. True shooting doesn't say that, but you know what? At least I'll take like the field goal percentage going up and the three-point percentage going up, even though the free throw percentage went down. Darren Williams, very, very efficient off the bench. Jameer Nelson, same thing. So Jose Calderon, like, he is an assist machine. I mean, he did shoot 38 from 3. I guess this is a good problem to have, having a ton of point guards. Hidu Turkoglu shot 40% from 3 off the bench. Memento Core's three-point shot just cratered after breaking out last year. Damn, that hurts. Mana Ellis was fine in his rookie year. Fine. I mean, he literally played in high school last year, so we'll definitely take those numbers. And then just taking a look at the league leaders, Kobe led the team in scoring, the league in scoring, followed by AI, LeBron, T-Mac, and then Shaq. Rebounds goes to Duncan, Boozer, Ming, Howard, and Shaq. And then there's assists with Calderon, number 2. We're taking on the Chicago Bulls in round 1 of the playoffs. Hey, they have Rick Brunson, who's an assistant coach with the Knicks currently. Hey, went to Temple, shout out Temple, and is obviously the dad of Jalen Brunson, who we'll see in the 2018 draft when we get to that. All right, game number 1 against Chicago. Hey, we won by 6. Iguodala, 28 points in 28 minutes. Dwight Howard, 25 and 10. Could we pull off the upset? We saw an upset of the 7-2 in round 1 in the first year here. Darren Williams off the bench. We lost by 2. Game 3, though, we lost by 8. Jameer Nelson had 18 points in 18 minutes. Tyson Chandler had 26, another high schooler. Game 4 goes to New York. Yeah, this Chicago team honestly doesn't scare me that much. I'm not that scared of Jalen Rose. Game number 5 goes to the Bulls, though. They blow us out. All right. Are we going to lose in 6 or we're going to force a game 7? We force a game 7. Here we are. Game 7, New York, Chicago. Can we beat them on the road and advance to round 2 and get our first playoff series victory of the video? Can we come back here in the second half? We're down by 11 in the third. Can we have a good fourth? No. We are going to lose by double digits. Oof, we got blown out in that second half. Hido Turkoglu had a good game, but you know what? This is a success of a season. The Pacers did advance, so that first round pick isn't going to be great. Both our firsts are going to be outside the lottery, but I like that. And the Warriors are starting a dynasty with Dwayne Wade and Steve Nash. They go back to back. The Magic upsetted the Miami Heat. They swept them and then beat the Bulls, who swept the Pacers. And then the Warriors won back-to-back finals in 7 games. That's crazy. This one was a lot closer. Damn, T-Mac could not get it done. But they have had good kind of history so far. I mean, in this video so far, we've seen the Lakers, Magic, and then the Warriors twice win the finals. On to year 5. There goes Latrell Sprewell. He ends up retiring, spent 2 years in Indiana. Honestly, that was a great trade for us. We knew when to move him, and I didn't kind of keep him past his prime, so that was good. Staff retirements, anybody notable? Not really. Historic changes. We just have some logos and floors changing. So for the draft lottery, we are not going to be picking inside the lottery. Ooh, Dallas. I hope that pick's protected for you guys. And the Magic may get a lottery pick after making it to the finals, and that pick for Dallas was protected. Dallas 1, Utah 2. Charlotte 3. We have 2 first-round picks. We have 1 at 20 via Indiana, and then we have our pick at 17 as well. All right, so I'm going to move Danny Fortson's expiring contract and 3 second-rounders to the Lakers for a 2010 second-rounder, basically just to get off of that contract. With the number 1 overall pick in the 06 draft, the Dallas Mavericks select LaMarcus Aldridge, keeping him in the state of Texas. That is pretty dope. Number 2, the Jazz select Rajon Rondo, and 3, the Bobcats select Andrea Bargnani to pair him up with Chris Paul. 4, Portland selects Kyle Lowry, and 5, New Jersey selects Brandon Roy. The Cavs are at 6. I mean, they've had Carmelo Anthony, but they're trading the pick and a future second for Rashard Lewis. Are we seeing a rebuild in Seattle now with 2 top 10 picks? They get Rudy Gay out of UConn. Ryan Hollins goes to Milwaukee, who changed their logo. I like the old one better. And Tyrese Thomas out of LSU goes to Seattle. All right, so we're going to take a defensive-minded wing here. We're going to go PJ Tucker with our first-round pick out of Texas, played with LaMarcus Aldridge. And then I'm going to go for Sheldon Williams to get some big man depth out of Duke as well. So yeah, JJ Redick went to the Pistons at 10. There's Adam Morrison from Gonzaga. He looks like a pretty good overall. And then Paul Millsap went right after. We're going to sign Tucker and Williams, going to get a little bit more defense, picking up all these team options. Obviously, Jason Kidd's a free agent, not going to go after a point guard. Jameer Nelson being a second-round pick is already a free agent. Great. Don't love that. May lose him. Who do I like? I mean, Jason Kidd would be sick, and we do have some cap space. Who would be like there's really not a lot of good fits out here. I mean, I would like point Lamar Odom. He'd be kind of cool. But Memento Core is a free agent I'd like to bring back. He's already got one offer from the Atlanta Hawks. Let's make sure we outbid them. I'm going to give him a 3-year deal, about $4 million a year. I think I am going to let Al Harrington walk. So, like, looking at this team right now, we could definitely use a backup center. We're going to have Memento Core at the 4. I think, yeah, we could use another, like, center. So I'm going to opt, I think, for Jason Collins here, who can be the backup, or Nazir Muhammad. All right, let's go after Nazir Muhammad. Let's give him a 2-year deal, team option on the 2nd year. Yeah, this free agency class is kind of weak. I am interested in going after Lamar Odom, but I don't know about his fit because he's not really the most consistent shooter in the world. So we could bring back Allen Houston, which would be kind of cool, just as like a sharpshooter off the bench. All right, let's do that. I mean, Manu Ginobili's here, and we try to develop him. He spent some time in Memphis. You know what? Let's see if I can maybe throw him a high annual value, like a 3-year deal on Manu Ginobili, team option on the last year. Would that get matched? Let's see. Can I sign all 3 of these guys? I think we can. I don't want to renounce the rights on Jameer Nelson yet because I like him as a player and as a shooter still off the bench. So it says we do not have bird rights on Jameer Nelson, but I'm going to give him $4 million a year. I think could be a good floor spacer and can maybe play, or we'll see if he's going to come off the bench. Probably could also trade him as well. So we're going to bring him back. So a nice free agency for us. And why would the Bobcats sign Jason Kidd? They have Chris Paul. What are they doing? And here's player progression. We are definitely going in the right direction as a team. I like the core we have. We're still a young team. And then obviously this is a loaded 2007 draft with Kevin Durant at the top. You have Al Horford, Greg Oden, Mike Conley, Marcus Gasol in this class, Joakim Noah as well, I know. We do have the Warriors first round pick, which isn't going to be great, but we do have Detroit's first round pick. Hopefully they're terrible so we can get Kevin Durant. I think I'm going to start Darren Williams at the 1, Iggy at the 2, Hito at the 3, Memento Core at the 4, Dwight at the 5. We're going to have Calderon off the bench, but I think he's going to get like 20 minutes a night. Let's go 15 to Jameer Nelson. I want to see what Manu Ginobili can do as the 6th man. We have Nazir Muhammad getting the backup big man minutes. I want to give Monta Ellis probably like 15 minutes a night as well. And the remaining 7, we can either do to Sheldon Williams or PJ Tucker. I'll opt for Sheldon Williams now, and I'm going to send PJ Tucker to the G League, the Westchester Knicks. So we're going to start off the season on the road against the best team in probably the NBA, and we do end up losing to them. Dwight had 27-6, and then we beat the Rockets by 14. Darren Williams off to a pretty good start. Dwight obviously off to an elite start. And LeBron wins another MVP this year for the Miami Heat. Andrea Bargnani, whoa, Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's playing with Jason Kidd and Chris Paul over there in Charlotte. Rudy Gay, 6th Man of the Year, a rookie winning that award. LeBron wins DPOY, so no DPOY for Dwight. Trevor Ariza, Most Improved. And then you also have the Warriors Coach of the Year. LeBron, Wade, Kobe, Tim Duncan, and Shaq on all NBA first team. You do have Tim Duncan as a 99 overall. LeBron is like getting there, and Kobe's a 99 as well. Gilbert Arenas also on the Heat with LeBron. He is so freaking good. Why did Golden State let him go? I don't know, but I guess it worked out for them. Tony Parker is on here. Chris Webber, Chris Bosh. All right, so we're just not hearing from Melo from this 2003 draft class. You have AI, Joe Johnson, KG. Shout out to Kirilenko on All-NBA third team. And we got Dwight there once again, just getting better and better. He's obviously going to get a max contract from me next offseason, so hopefully we could still build a good team around him going then. So we did not make the playoffs this year. It was a little disappointing, I can't lie. We ended up with a 38-44 record, which was kind of disappointing. I'm not going to blame Byron Scott yet, but hopefully that this team can kind of turn it around, I guess, next year. I don't really know what I want to do. I mean, Dwight's obviously the guy. Iguodala took a step this year, maybe being the 2, maybe being the 3, we'll see. But Darren Williams, I think, is going to be my point guard. I think he just has a higher ceiling than Jose Calderon. Hideo Turkoglu, I mean, his contract's, he's got 1 more year left on that deal. He's been fine for us off the bench. Memento Core, I think maybe I'm going to be done with that experiment of him at the 4. And we're going to try to find a good, like maybe our Rashard Lewis, maybe our Ryan Anderson to pair up with Dwight Howard, and maybe just a better version of Memento Core. And with all this young talent, we could make a trade. Manu Ginobili really didn't maybe become a great 6th man, but he's still under contract going forward. I'm still excited to have him. We could be in the market for a trade this offseason, but we'll see what ends up happening. League leaders throughout the league. Kobe led the team in, or keep saying that, league in scoring once again. Shout out to Tony Parker, the scorer. Rebounds goes to Yao, Dwight, Kwame Brown, that scrub. He can't play. Tyson Chandler and Tim Duncan. And then you have Gilbert Arenas averaging 10 assists tonight. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Wow, the Bobcats made it as the 5th seed. As the NBA Finals between the Magic and the Warriors once again. And Tracy McGrady finally gets Finals MVP. Or I don't remember if he got Finals MVP before. The Hawks beat the Bulls. Wow, yeah, the Bulls They beat us last year, so I can't really talk smack. But looking just here at league history, now that year 5 is done, that was, yeah, Shawn Marion got that first one for the Magic. So the Magic and the Warriors have been pretty much the 2 best teams here so far. Hopefully the Knicks time is soon, but we're definitely in a good position right now. Let's see what the historic changes are. The Sixers changing their uniforms, logo and uniforms of the Wizards, and then some brandings as well. So draft lottery time. Are we going to have anything? Well, we do have our first round pick there at 12. The Hornets are going to get Dallas's pick, which is pretty nice. The Pacers may give their pick to the Bucks, who also are projected at number 1. Imagine we got some insane luck. That would have been cool. So we are picking at 12, 20, and 29. I don't think I'm going to draft 3 rookies, so maybe we're in a good position to make a trade. If we look here at the 2007 mock draft, oh my god, imagine what is like Sporting News doing. They did that with us and Dwight Howard. Kevin Durant should be the number 1 overall pick, going to the New Orleans Hornets, which would be pretty cool. So before we make a trade, I do want to see like who's in free agency, but I'm trying to think of like that power forward. Mari Stoudemire, but he's going to be, I think, restricted. He'd be pretty sick. Elton Brand's going to be a free agent possibly. Yeah, I mean, Dirk would be cool. Dirk would be really cool. He's an expiring deal. I mean, KG would also be sick, but Dirk next to Dwight would be insane. I don't think I have the assets to get this done. Jameer Nelson, I guess Jose Calderon would also be in here, but I think he may be restricted. Memento Core, I don't think I have the assets to get this done. I would also throw in Hito Turkoglu. I would throw in 12. I would throw in 20, and I would throw in 29. Could we give up all of that for Dirk Nowitzki? Imagine they say yes. Okay, that would have been pretty sick. I mean, the best I could probably throw in, I don't want to throw in Manu. I mean, PJ Tucker, no. All right, so let's just make all our selections here in the draft, and then maybe we'll revisit a trade. So KD does end up going number 1. The Bucks at number 2 select Greg Oden, so it's reversed to what happened in 07. Number 3, the Denver Nuggets are selecting Al Horford out of Florida, one of the best college teams ever, going back-to-back. Wizards get Marc Gasol. It's a pretty good pick. And the Supersonics at 5 take Thad Young. All right, so Yee Yalen goes. He went in the top 10. Mike Conley to the Jazz. Good pick by them. Rodney Stuckey. Wow, Hornets have had a good top 10. I'm wondering when Joakim Noah goes. Damn it, he goes to the Bucks. I was hoping he was going to fall to me at 12. There goes Aaron Brooks. So we could get Jeff Green, who was a top 10 pick in this draft. Wilson Chandler as well. Ended up being a Knick. There's Carl Landry in here. Glenn Davis, Thiago Splitter. All right, there's a couple names in here. I don't want Jared Dudley. I think Carl Landry's interesting, but I think I'm going to go for Jeff Green's upside out of Georgetown. I'm also going to take Rudy Fernandez here in the first round as well. Unfortunately, no matter who I take late in the first round, guess there's not enough like players. It's going to be an F overall, sadly. Yep, so we are going to sign... he's a 53 overall. There's no point. Damn, so that's a waste of a pick. That sucks. But Fernandez and Jeff Green, we're going to sign. I am going to pick up the team option on Nazr Mohammed, so everybody's team option is going to get picked up. Elton Brand is going to be a free agent. Jose Calderon, we will extend the qualifying offer. We could do a sign and trade with him. So if we look to the top unrestricted guys, Gilbert Arenas, I mean, could we try to get him out of Miami? Vince Carter would be a pretty dope addition to this team. I would have to clear up a little bit of cap space to try to get that done. Yao Ming is here. Elton Brand, I don't know how he would fit. I mean, there's Shawn Marion. There's Rashad Lewis. I mean, Shawn Marion would be really good as well. But once again, I'd have to clear up a little bit of cap space. So once again, I want to revisit the Dirk well. Like, what about if I gave up these guys, but we include like Jeff Green, and I moved my top 5 protected first round pick next year for Dirk Nowitzki? I don't know why I think that, like, I don't know why I'm believing that they're going to do this trade. No. All right, so I think no matter what, with Jose Calderon, we should do a sign and trade. We're going to trade Memento Core and Nazr Mohammed to the Milwaukee Bucks for their 2011 first round pick. So hopefully I can now offer, I don't think I can offer Vince Carter a deal. I mean, it's not going to be a great deal. I don't think that's going to go, that's not going to help. So I would have to maybe move somebody else if I wanted to offer Vince Carter a deal. But I think I'd like Shawn Marion because of his defensive upside a little bit more. So let's, I don't know what, I gotta also see what Calderon's cap hold is. Is it even possible to keep Calderon, or is he gone? Calderon's cap hold is $5.5 million. I mean, it would be possible, but I think I want Shawn Marion on this team. So let's offer him a decent amount of money. Player option, no, we're just gonna do a normal 4-year deal for Shawn Marion. Let's hope he accepts it, and boom, there we go. So I think I have to renounce the rights on Jose Calderon. I believe so. Yep. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna sign Shawn Marion to become a New York Knick, and hopefully that's a good complimentary piece to Dwight Howard. So Calderon's gonna get paid, and he's gonna sign. I missed who he signed with, and he got a nice 3-year deal from the Lakers. That's a steal, honestly, for his passing ability. So yeah, pretty much everybody stayed. Yeah, Melo's really good though in Cleveland. They just really haven't accomplished too much. Mari Stoudemire leaves Phoenix to go to New Orleans to pair up with Kevin Durant. So this is why I still have Jameer Nelson. He's a good backup point guard. And I'm going to sign Birdman to be the backup center next year behind Dwight Howard. And we are hopefully going to sign him. Boom, there we go. Did Chris Bosh not go back? Wait, oh my God, Chris Bosh ended up on the Clippers. What are you doing, Orlando? So they lost Bosh and Sean Marion in the same offseason. This could be a pretty good team in the Eastern Conference this year. All right, this is definitely our best rotation yet. I think we may try to stretch out Sean Marion to be a power forward for us because I don't want to have to play Jerome Williams, who we had assigned. So I'm going to start, I think, Hito Turkoglu at the 3, but he's not going to play a ton. I would like Jeff Green to get minutes. I mean, we got Birdman as well. Like, we have a lot of guards. I don't even know if PJ Tucker or Sheldon Williams, recent first-round picks, are going to crack the rotation. So let's go 35 to Darren Williams. Let's go 35 to Marion, 36 to Dwight. We're going to go 22 minutes to Hito Turkoglu. We're going to go 31 to Iggy. Jameer Nelson's going to get 20 minutes a night. 19. I would like to go 27 to Ginobili, who we could play at the 3, but I'm not going to. Actually, he's going to get 28 minutes. We're going to go 18 to Nelson. Let's go 15 to Monta Ellis. And then I'm going to go 10, or no, we'll do 8 to Birdman, and we'll do 12 to Jeff Green. And let's start off year number 6, the first game of the year. We blow out the Cavs. All right, I'm going to be excited about this team this season. Can we start off 3-0? Yes, we do. And how good are the numbers going to look? Sean Marion off to a good start. I'm excited about this team. All right, so it's a new day for me, and my dumbass forgot to press start recording. So we did end the season with a fantastic record. We ended up going 68-14. We were the top team in the Eastern Conference. LeBron did win MVP though, the 3rd of his career. Over in the Western Conference, on the 5-seeded Hornets, KD won Rookie of the Year. He's there with Amari Stoudemire, Jamal Crawford, Tony Allen. That's a fun team over there in Charlotte. The Bobcats, Chris Paul won 6th Man of the Year because they signed Jason Kidd. So CP3's coming off the bench and being one of the better point guards in the league. Man, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why. But yeah, so basically, LeBron also won DPOY as well. We ended up as the 1 seed. We're going up against the Nets in the playoffs. So Sean Marion was fantastic for us. 22 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists a night. Wasn't on any All-NBA teams, but is such a good, like, on both ends of the floor, 2-way player for us. Dwight averaged 21 points, 14 rebounds, over assist, a steal, and 2 blocks a night, 57% from the field. He's due for a payday in this offseason, and he was on All-NBA second team and All-Defensive second team. Iguodala also due for a payday this offseason, 16 points, 3.5 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal and a half a night. Gotta pay him though, because he's so good defensively. Darren Williams, an efficient double-double this year. You'll love to see that. Manu, not like the Spurs Manu, but he's developing into being a pretty good combo guard off the bench. I don't know if he will be back next year, and I did give Hito Turkoglu a 2-year extension because he's an elite 3-point shooter. So before we get into the playoffs, where we have our best chance to win the finals in this video so far, I do want to kind of just look at the league leaders from this year and see where maybe our guys stacked up. So Kobe led the league in scoring once again, followed by Joe Johnson on the Pacers, AI still in Philly, Melo in Cleveland, and T-Mac in Orlando. Rebounds per game, we did get Dwight Howard second in the league. Assists per game, Darren Williams led the league in assists. LeBron led the league in steals, and Yao Ming led the league in blocks. So the 2-7 seed is Melo versus LeBron, 2-7 matchup in round 1, and then you got Charlotte, Chicago, Milwaukee, Atlanta. So we're taking on New Jersey, who has a respectable team. They have Andre Miller, like the original slow-mo. They got Brandon Roy, who's his second year in his NBA in his career, and he's going to be healthy. They got Richard Jefferson. Hate Richard Jefferson. Joey Vinueva at the 4 spot. They got Ron Artest. The team's honestly pretty good for an 8th seed. Game 1, though, New York versus New Jersey. We end up picking up the dub. That's what I'm talking about. Can we win game number 2? We did. And I also forgot to mention that Jeff Green was on all-rookie second team. Are we going to go up 3-0 on the Nets? Yes, we do. We end up winning by 13, even with a poor fourth quarter performance. And are we going to sweep them? That is not going to be the case, but we gentlemen sweep them. So, you know what? I'll take that for round 1, 100%. They ended up beating us by 7 in New Jersey at the Prudential Center. I think that's what it was still been called, because that would be in Newark, right? Or was it in Trenton? Man, I'm going to say it's Newark, but I could be completely wrong. And then game 5, we ended up blowing them out to advance to round 2. Sean Marion's a beat. So we're taking on the Milwaukee Bucks, who have been in the finals before in this video. They have TJ Ford from the 03 class. They have Red and Allen on the perimeter. They have Boris Diaw, one of the more underrated players in NBA history, in my opinion. And they have a young Greg Oden at the 5. Game number 1 goes to Milwaukee. They ended up beating us by 16. I would be quite upset if we had a round 2 exit. We do win game 2 by a ton of points. Dwight had 22 and 13. Can we go up 2-1? No, they go up 2-1. They beat us by 6 in Milwaukee. Oh, no. All right, game number 4, huge matchup. We do win by 11 points in Milwaukee. Dwight with 24 and 9. Darren Williams with 18 and 11. Game 5 goes to Milwaukee by 6. Or excuse me, by 14. Damn. All right, we're down 3-2. Can we force a game 7? Let's see. It's going to be on the road here in Milwaukee. This would be a disappointing exit. In 6 games to the 4 seed after dominating that regular season. We had a terrible third quarter. Just don't choke it. We're going to be okay. We're going to a game 7. Dwight had 33 and 13. Here we go. Winner's going to take on LeBron James and the Miami Heat. We've been going back and forth, but if that trend continues, this game's going to go to Milwaukee. Are we going to be hopping into game 7? We are down by 2 with just under 9 minutes to go. They're pulling away. Oh, no. We got to go on a run here. You got to go on a run here. Oh, man. Down by 6. 3 minutes to go. Let's win this game. Here we are. The Knicks are trying to win the 2008 finals, but we got to get past round 2 first. So we got Sean Marion out there. We got Darren Williams. We got Dwight Howard, who we need to just start posting up because I like that matchup. Dwight, oh man, Sean Marion at the 4 is like such a good mismatch. Dwight's got 26 and 19. The dude's a beast inside. He got Greg Oden in the air. He's going to go up with the right hand, and of course he's going to miss that. Also love the old logo placement. Sorry, I was covering the score right there. Good defense by Darren Williams right here. I think we got to run this team maybe through Sean Marion, honestly. So kick it out to Greg Oden. Dwight, you don't have to be on the perimeter. Greg Oden is not scaring me. No way he hits that. Okay, wow. Maybe I got to respect him a little bit more. So we got Manu in the game. Kick it up to Sean Marion. Oh, man. Pick and pop, Sean Marion, Darren Williams. I should take that. There we go. Come on, Sean. Oh my God, I forgot how gross his jumper looks and he missed it. No, I forgot how disgusting Sean Marion's jumper was, but unfortunately he missed that. Darren Williams, get the steal. Oh, it's going to be a jump ball. All right, there's 2 minutes to go. Damn, I really needed that 3 to fall. That is unfortunate. Come on, Darren Williams. Win this, please. No. Oh, my God, Iggy. You could not have gone over there. All right, so they're going to kick it over to, I don't even know if that's Jared Jeffries, Knicks legend. Good defense there. What? Oh, my God. All right, Sean Marion getting 2 screens right there. Mid-range jumper. That's good. Man, that jumper is so gross. All right, down by 6 here. We don't have to like kind of shoot threes yet, but I don't even know who I trust taking these threes out there. I guess it's Sean Marion, given how good he shot throughout the regular season. That's somebody that's elite from 3. Ray Allen in our face. I mean, I guess that matchup is just unbeatable right now. All right, come on, Dwight. Let's set a screen. We got to turn this up a notch, Darren Williams. Let's go. Dwight, get to the rim. Dwight, use better spacing. All right, he's got TJ Ford on him. I should have kicked that back out to Darren Williams, but that's bad because I don't really trust Dwight at the line right now. Tired, not a good free throw shooter, and he misses the first. He has a 20-20 game, but it's not going to matter because we're down by 9, and Dwight is going to miss both. Oh, my God. We choked this. Oh, and I can't even get that steal. Damn. Dwight with the block, though. There we go. All right, kick it up to Sean Marion. I basically need a 3 here. I don't even know who I trust, but I'm going to trust Darren Williams for 3. Oh, my God. That, of course, another in and out like Sean Marion's. But why is everybody's jumper so gross? I forgot Darren Williams had a disgusting-looking jumper as well. This game's over, unfortunately. We're going to lose in 7 games. Darren Williams, 3 ball again. That is no good. All right, we're just not getting any luck here. Nobody said it was going to be easy, right? We ended up losing by 12. Unfortunately, we get upsetted by the 4-seeded Milwaukee Bucks, and the 1-seeded Knicks team goes home kind of early. So you have the 4-seeded Bucks versus the 2-seeded Heat. Dwayne Wade and the Warriors going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves, led by KG still. Could he get it done in Minnesota? Nope, they get swept. And then the Heat beat the Warriors in 6 in the finals. And LeBron is your finals MVP. So that is the Heat's first finals. That is LeBron's first finals in 08. T-Max got 2. Sean Marion's got, that 1. Kobe led things off with the Lakers beating the Bucks, who just beat us. And the Warriors have 2. They almost got their 3rd in this video. So there goes Eddie Jones, Glenn Robinson, Jalen Rose, Aaron McKee. We lost Jerome Williams to retirement as well. We got to be careful to not go over that $50 million in negative cap too at one point, but I'm going to want to re-sign probably Dwight, and I want to re-sign Andre Iguodala. Honestly, I don't want them to rebrand. So if I do this, we're going to veto that. We're not going to let Seattle go to OKC, something that should have happened originally. But everything else we will let go through, even though I like that old Timberwolves logo. So draft lottery time. Here we are going into the 2008 draft, which you have Russell Westbrook, you have Kevin Love, and the Pacers end up with the number 1 overall pick. Wizards at 2, Nuggets 3, Celtics 4, Jazz 5. We do own our first round pick at 29. Byron Scott has been here through the rebuild. We do want to give him an extension though this offseason, so let's make sure we bring him back on a 4-year deal. So with the number 1 overall pick, it's Derrick Rose. Duh, I forgot to mention Derrick Rose is in this draft. He's the number 1 overall pick going to the Indiana Pacers. Russell Westbrook, who ended up being a Wizard at one point in his career, goes 2 to Washington. 3 is Brook Lopez. Great pick there by Denver, but Kevin Love's still on the board. There goes Roy Hibbert. Wow, they want these centers, and Kevin Love is on the Utah Jazz. So I'm going to send Rudy Fernandez, pick 29, and our 2nd rounder to Charlotte for Orlando's 2010 unprotected 1st round pick, and we get a 2nd in that deal as well. So yeah, this is pretty much how the top 5 looked. Then you had Gallo go to the Mavericks, DeAndre Jordan to the Rockets, and that's pretty much the 2008 draft. You had Robin Lopez in there as well, obviously. We didn't have any draft picks. I think Manu for 7.7 mil, I'm going to let walk because I want to see how much, like, Andre Iguodala is going to cost me. Monda Ellis, hopefully we can see a step from him, like a jump in year 4. We'll see PJ Tucker or Sheldon Williams crack the rotation, but they haven't been like the best first rounder so far. There's Boozer in free agency. I would love Andre Kirilenko. Even Joe Johnson would be pretty sick. So I'm going to give all these guys the qualifying offers. That was a loaded draft class from us. Ray Allen is also here as well. So yeah, we're probably not going to have much to spend. I think I may just look to bring these guys back. I mean, how much is Dwight going to get on the open market? It's probably going to be a ton of money. Maybe I should have brought back Manu. I don't know. Let's see. So Jameer Nelson gets a deal from the Sixers. 3 years, $14 million for a backup point guard. He's so efficient. I want to bring it. I'm going to match that. I am. So we are going to renounce the rights on Manu Ginobili, though. And then Dwight gets a deal from the Clippers. 3 years, $55 million, which is a lot at this time. We're going to match that. And then Iguodala, let's try to bring back on a 4-year deal. And we get him back 4 years, $35 million. So let's look at our cap situation right now. We're negative $10 million, which is fine. But Darren Williams is about to get a decent amount from me next year. So we got to kind of figure that out. Monta Ellis is a free agent as well. I don't think I'm going to make any more moves in free agency. Ray Allen joins. Wow, Derrick Rose in Indiana. That's a fun backcourt. Jermaine O'Neal leaves. Or no, he stays in. Oh, no, yeah, he leaves Portland. He got traded to Portland. Damn. But he goes to Atlanta. Andre Kirilenko back to Utah. Dwight Howard obviously back to the Knicks. Carlos Boozer goes to Atlanta. Luol Deng leaves Charlotte to go to Portland. Okay. So I don't know if we got worse this offseason. Like, we are going to lose Manu Ginobili, but we still have our core in place. All right, so this is what the rotation is going to look like for the 2009 season. Darren Williams is the 1. Iggy is the 2. Marion at the 3. I don't know how he got in here, but that is definitely not who's starting at the 4 for us. Do we go with Marion at the 4 again? I mean, we could see what Jeff Green can do. Honestly, let's see what PJ Tucker could do. I mean, him and Sheldon Williams haven't really played a ton. I think I'm going to go like 12 minutes to Sheldon Williams. Let's just go 15 to PJ Tucker as the starting 4 this year. So we could definitely be active at the trade deadline for a power forward. We start off the season with a nice win over the San Antonio Spurs. Hopefully we get a big year out of Monta Ellis or Jeff Green. All right, so I didn't decide to make any trades at the deadline because we were performing really well. LeBron ends up winning MVP. Derrick Rose averages 24 points and 6 assists in his rookie season. He's going to be very good. Jason Richardson, 6th man of the year behind Dwayne Wade in Golden State. LeBron Depoy. Kyle Lowry, most improved in year 3. Hey, that is definitely a most improved season in Portland. All-NBA first team for the first time ever. Dwight Howard makes it off that new contract. We love to see that for our guy. Here's All-NBA second team. What? Sean Livingston? Oh, yeah. Sean Livingston. Hey, if he never got hurt, he's also a what if too. Maybe one of the greatest mid-range jumpers of all time. Dwight on all defensive first team. No, like Iggy on all defensive second team, unfortunately. We do end the year as the 1 seed. Take it on the New Jersey Nets in round number 1 once again. We are going to have some big free agents. Darren Williams is going to be a free agent. I'm paying him. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford Monta Ellis, and he's going to get probably a nice payday, or I think he could win most improved if he goes somewhere else. But yeah, Sheldon Williams wasn't very good. PJ Tucker also wasn't very good. And then the league leaders for the playoffs, or excuse me, for the regular season, you had T-Mac, LeBron, Kobe, Melo, and Bosh. Forgot he's a Clipper, yeah, because Orlando, for some reason, I guess couldn't afford to bring him back. Could be like a Vince Carter Orlando situation. Judd Martin Jr., whoever this guy is, yeah, pretty good. Rebounds, he might be an auto-generated guy. Assists, Williams, Livingston, and then Devin Harris. Okay. I don't know if it hurt me last time, but I think I'm going to make Sean Marion the power forward for the playoffs. I think I'm going to insert Hito Turkoglu or Jeff Green into the starting lineup. I'm going to do Turkoglu. He's a little bit more efficient. So we're going to run this 9-man rotation. I'm going to go 37 minutes to the big 3, maybe even 38 minutes to the big 3. And then we'll go a couple more to Hito Turkoglu. Probably not play Jeff Green as much. Jameer Nelson is super efficient, but I just can't play him at like the small forward position. You know what? Let's play Iggy at the small forward position and screw it. Let's start Jameer Nelson. Like, well, why not, man? Let's try something a little bit different. And then you have a battle of Florida in the bottom right there between Miami and Orlando. So we're taking on New Jersey once again in the playoffs. We beat them last year. Hopefully we are able to do the same this year, but we got to get past that 4-5 matchup. So like last year in 2008 and 2009, we gentlemen sweep them. This obviously was the year that the Lakers won their finals again. They beat the Celtics, and then I think in 2010, yeah, they beat the Orlando Magic. Sean Marion and Iggy had phenomenal round 1s. Okay, very nice. So we're taking on Charlotte, who beat Toronto in 7. This is the team with 2 good point guards, Jason Kidd and Chris Paul on the same team, and former 3rd overall pick, Andrea Bargnani. Here we go. Similar color schemes as we lost by 9 in game 1. It's not good. Darren Williams, 5 for 17. Not good. Not good. Game 2, we win. I don't want to do this back and forth thing again. Let's win game 3. If we lose game 3, I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. We lost by 16. Are we going to go down 3 games to 1? Oh my God. What is going on, man? What is going on? Are we going to really lose in 5? Wow. Wow. Byron Scott, man. Come on. I've been with you. And for the second straight year, we lost as the 1 seed in the second round. Sean Marion, oh my God, was horrendous in these 5 games. 11 points, 43 from the field, 26 from 3. Oh, Sean, come on. So then you got the Hawks beating the Heat. The Bobcats are playing them. This is with Ty Lue, Quentin Richardson, Rashad Lewis, Jermaine O'Neal, Andrew Bogut, Carlos Boozer, so many bigs. And you have Golden State, who's been here, man. Steve Nash, Dwayne Wade. It's a good duo. Jason Richardson, this Nate Allen guy, sure. And then you got Portland, led by Kyle Lowry, Bonzi Wells, Will Dang, Jared Dudley, and then you got Chris Kaman. So let's see who's going to be going to the NBA Finals. And it's going to be between the Charlotte Bobcats, who swept the Hawks, and the Blazers beat the Warriors, the best team in the league, in 7 games. Is Kyle Lowry going to emerge into stardom? And the Blazers swept the Bobcats. Luol Deng is your Finals MVP. That is crazy. We've had like legends win that award, and then Luol Deng gets. I guess you probably didn't think he'd appear in the Finals MVP part of this video. So let's check a look at the new historic changes. We're going into the 2009 draft, led by Steph Curry, Blake Griffin, James Harden, voted class for sure. Draft lottery time. We do get Orlando's pick next year. I don't think we had any random 2009 draft picks. Nope. So we are there at 28. We're gonna have to start drafting better because we need these cost like cheaper guys. While we're gonna pay Darren Williams a ton of money this offseason. I don't know if we're gonna trade Sean Marion, but we're what, going into year number 7, year number 8, and we have no rings, which is fine. But I thought we'd maybe start a little dynasty already. Not a little dynasty, but maybe I thought we'd have 2 rings or something. All right, I want to see if I can move my first round pick, my 2 second round picks, and Hito Turkoglu for pick 12 from the Milwaukee Bucks. They agree to that. I just want to have a chance to draft a better player at number 12, and that's like I think possible with these mocks. Like DeRozan's there at 8. If he could fall to 12, that'd be great. Like even Jeff Teague or Garrett Temple could be options as well. I think in the 10-year rebuild, I was calling Tyler Hansbrough. Was I calling him Crazy T? Or it's like Psycho T, actually, and I got it completely wrong. All right, so let's start off this 2009 draft. And Blake Griffin still goes number 1 overall. He does not go to the Clippers. He goes to the Houston Rockets. Number 2 is James Harden to the Phoenix Suns. Does that mean Steph Curry is going to be a member of the Boston Celtics? Yes, it is. Steph Curry is drafted 3 by Boston. 4 is Hasheem Thabeet. What a picture for him. At number 4, we know he was a big bust in this class. Brandon Jennings 5 to the Clippers. Pacers at 6, who have Ray Allen and Derrick Rose, are trading the pick for Mike Bibby. Why do you need another point guard? I don't get that. You have Derrick Rose, the Kings trade for Jeff Teague, and they get Tyreke Evans in this class like they did in real life. They're entering, I guess, somewhat of a rebuild. Ricky Rubio goes to the Wizards when they drafted Russ last year. There goes DeRozan at number 9. 10 is Johnny Flynn, and the Cavs take Earl Clark at 11. So I'm going to do something kind of risky here. Like, yes, Drew Holiday's on the board. Yes, Ty Lawson's on the board. I'm going to take Jordan Hill. I think I need a better backup 5 than Birdman. So I'm going to opt for Jordan Hill here because I don't even think, like Holiday's fine, and that could give me a little bit more. I mean, I don't want to trade Jameer Nelson, though, you know? That's tough. I could have Holiday and Nelson. Like, Holiday can play up. He's 6'5", can play good defense. All right, screw it. I'm going to draft Drew Holiday out of UCLA. I just feel like we needed solid backup center, and that could have been Jordan Hill, who the Knicks took originally in this draft, 1 pick after the Curry pick. Let's pick up Green. Let's pick up Tucker and Sheldon Williams, but both those guys could end up getting traded. I'd like to think they're going to move on from Jason Kidd if they have Chris Paul there in Charlotte. I will give Monte Ellis the qualifying offer, but I don't think I'm going to match any deal if he gets one out there. I mean, going into free agency right now, like, we're negative $2 million. We're going to pay Darren Williams probably $18 million a year. Ooh, and I like this trade with Philadelphia. We're going to get their lottery protected first next year and Marcin Gortat for PJ Tucker and Sheldon Williams. So we get a good backup center. I'm going to try to bring our buddy back, Memento Core, on a 1-year deal. There we go. We're going to move on from Birdman. Wow, Ellis or Williams did not get deals here in moratorium. All right, highway robbery. We got Monte Ellis back for a 5-year, $21 million deal, and Williams wasn't going for Dwight money. It was a decent amount, but I'm going to get him back 5 years, $54 million. So a little bit more than Iggy, but a little bit less than Dwight. So if we look at our salary cap table, I just have to make sure it's not getting kind of bad right now. Negative $17 million. Gortat will be a free agent next year, and same with like Memento core. I still like the core that we have. I still think we could win a championship with these guys. And Chris Paul stays with the Bobcats. Darren Williams stays with the Knicks. Obviously, Ron Artest goes to the Bobcats from New Jersey. Andrew Bogut stays in Atlanta. So I think, yeah, Kidd is still a free agent. I wonder where he ends up. Raymond Felton, former Tar Heels point guard, is still there. Who wants to sign Jason Kidd? Damn, nobody wants to give him. Does he just want a one-year deal? I mean, that's a weird career for Jason Kidd. I mean, around this time, he was going to the Knicks, and he doesn't get a deal throughout free agency. All right, so this is what the rotation, I think, is going to look like for this year. I'm going to send Drew Holiday to the G League, but he could definitely be in our rotation next year. We got the GOAT, the White Mamba, Brian Scalabrine on the team, but we're going to start Monta Ellis at the 2. Jameer Nelson's going to get the same amount of minutes off the bench. Like I said, I plan on sending Drew Holiday to the G League, and if we do lose in round 2 again, it'll be the final year of Marion Steele. I think I would use him as the scapegoat, and then I can't. Dwight's 23 years old. There'd be no point in trying to do anything with that. All right, so Dwayne Wade ends up winning MVP for the Golden State Warriors this year, the first of his career so far in year number 7. Steph is your rookie of the year. Not as good of a rookie season than like Derrick Rose had, but still a solid one. Jason Richardson, 6th man of the year. LeBron Depoy again. I think that's 3 in a row. Salem Stoudemire, most improved. And then Eric Musselman, the coach of the Warriors, gets coach of the year. All-NBA first team does have Dwight Howard on it. Once again, he's up to a 90 overall. There's All-NBA second team with Chris Bosh, Yao Ming in Orlando, Gilbert, Kobe, and KD. Did Yao Ming get drafted to the Magic? No. He signed with them in the 07 offseason. Wow. Third team, you got Brandon Roy. Be cool, man, if you never got hurt. You got Kyle Lowry, Tim Duncan, who is 33 years old, Melo, and Bargnani. There's all defensive first team with Dwight. There's defensive second team. Finally, Iguodala gets on it. Whoa! A little bit of a breakout year for Iguodala. I like to see that. And once again, we're the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. We're going to be going up against the 8-seeded Cavs. In round 1, they went 41-41. It seems like Melo has the LeBron treatment there. Here are the stats this season. I don't know. I want to get excited about this team, but last year just really didn't end that well. Monta Ellis was pretty efficient, just not taking a ton of shots, but that's fine. I like this core 9 that we have right now going into the playoff. And we even had Jameer Nelson average 7 assists and Darren Williams had 11.5. So looking at like the league leaders for the 2010 season, this year the Lakers beat the Magic in the finals. I mean, Tyreek Evans ended up getting rookie of the year from this class. You got KD finishing 4th. The Salem Stoudemire guy. Okay, sure. There is the rebounds. You had Judd Martin. I have no idea where he came from. We had 4 guys in the double digits for assists. Chris Paul was right there. Shout out to Sean Living. And then over there in the bottom right, you do have Miami and Detroit. So round number 1 against Cleveland. We end up winning game 1. Good start to the playoffs. Let's set the tone. Game number 2, we ended up losing. All right. Sean Marion. If Iguodala is going to surpass you, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think I got to think about moving him in the offseason. I'm all I'm saying. We end up winning by 7 here. Marion had 35. Iguodala had 22. All right, he's shutting me up real quick. We do win game number 4 by 8 points. Dwight Howard with 24 and 11. And are we going to win in 5? Yes, we do. We end up beating them by 6 points. We're going up against the Atlanta Hawks here in round 2, who I believe were in the finals last year. Or did they end up in the conference finals? They ended up in the conference finals. They lost to the Bobcats. We've lost this series exactly as the 1 seed 2 straight years. Please don't make it 3. We do win game 1 by 24 points. I don't think the other 2 years we won game 1. Boom, 2-0. All right, there we go. 2 games away from the conference finals. Boom. All right, I guess we matched up really well against the Hawks. They had Quentin Richardson, who was a Knick at one point as well, and we swept them. We held them under 100 points. Well, so did they, but we ended up winning by 8, and we swept them. There we go, taking on the Miami Heat and LeBron James in the conference finals. First time being here. Hey, 2010 was the year for Dwight as well in the Magic. Can it be for the New York Knicks going up against the Miami Heat, who have Gilbert Arenas and LeBron James, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Karan Butler off the bench. The Warriors and the Blazers are there in the West. Game 1 goes to the Knicks. Damn right it does. We won by 20. 17 assists for Williams. Game 2 goes to the Heat. No one said it was going to be easy. They ended up beating us by 21 points. Game number 3 goes to the Heat. No, don't go down 3-1, please. Oh my God. I thought we were going to put up a fight. We won game 1 and they're going to win 4 in a row. Oh my God. All right. They beat us by 5. We can't beat LeBron. This was like the thing that happened with every other team in the Eastern Conference, basically from 2010 to like 2019 or 2018. Nobody could beat LeBron to go to the finals, and the Heat end up winning it all, and LeBron gets his 2nd finals MVP and ring of this video. They swept the Blazers, but that was our first conference finals appearance here in year number 8. And yeah, I'd even mention like the Lakers technically won 4 in a row when you take in their three-peat with the Showtime Lakers. So Byron Scott still going to come back, I think. I don't want to change the Thunder, change the uniforms. Let's not do that. Let's keep the Supersonics the same. And here we are with the draft lottery. I did see our logo twice. I think that Sixers pick might be lottery protected, and I think the Orlando pick is top 10 protected. But hey, they may be solid picks. So we are not getting that Sixers pick. It fell to 11. Wow. And the Magic pick stays at 14. We do own our pick at 28. So we do have two first round picks in this draft. This is the 2010 class with John Wall. This was the Kentucky guys. You had DeMarcus Cousins. And you then had like Eric Bledsoe from Kentucky, but then you had Paul George and Gordon Hayward. All right. I want to see if I can move up from like 28 to 23. And I would give my 2 seconds in there, and they agree to that. So 24, excuse me. We moved up 4 spots. So I have the last pick in the lottery, and then I have a pick at 24 as well. The number 1 overall pick, the Rockets, who took Blake Griffin last year, take John Wall this year. John Wall and Blake Griffin, 2 guys that fought it out for Rookie of the Year. That's pretty cool, and they're both on the Rockets. The Nets get DeMarcus Cousins. They ended up getting Derek Favors in real life at number 3. Paul George goes to the Bucks. 4 is Derek Favors to the Pacers, and 5 is Evan Turner to the Lakers. I wonder where Gordon Hayward's going to go. He ends up going to Boston. Like, he ended up signing with them in the 2017 offseason, so they got Steph and Hayward in back-to-back draft. And we are on the clock here at 14. You had Eric Bledsoe go off the board, but I didn't really need another point guard. So I thought about trading this pick, but I like the idea of getting Greg Monroe here. Greg Monroe, like Lance Stevenson, there's Hassan Whiteside as well. I'm going to take Greg Monroe here. Marcin Gortat's going to be a restricted free agent, so I didn't know if I was going to get him back. And then at pick 24, I ended up getting Lance Stevenson. So we'll see who wins Rookie of the Year from that class. It might be a point guard for the 3rd straight year because you had Rose, then you had Curry, and then you're probably going to have John Wall. So Jeff Green, let's pick up that team option. Melo, free agent. It would be cool to have Melo on this team instead of Sean Marion. Will Melo leave the Cavs? Possibly. He's unrestricted. We don't have much cap space as it is. Currently, I think we are fine though. We are negative 17 million. I'm going to try to do a trade with a team that was a poorly ran franchise at this time, but they ended up being fine once they got Chris Paul. But could I get Chris Bosh, who's got 3 years left on his deal? I would give you guys Sean Marion. I would give you the Sixers first round pick unprotected next year. That could be a good one. And do I want to give you the Bucks? No, I don't want to give you the Bucks. I'll give you my first round pick next year. I'll give you actually 2 future first round picks. So this is a blockbuster trade. Marion is still probably a top 25 guy in the league, but he's an expiring contract, but he's coming off an elite season. Can we get Chris Bosh? Yes, we can. All right. I just thought we had a ceiling with Chris Bosh, and now we have a big 3 of Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, and Darren Williams, and also Iguodala in there as well. I'm going to look to bring back Memento Core on a 2-year deal just to get him some depth. And since I drafted Greg Monroe, we're going to let Marcin Gortat walk. So Carmelo Anthony re-signed with the Cavaliers. Interesting. All right, so Darren Williams regresses for some reason. I mean, he's 26 years old, but I am excited about Chris Bosh on this team, and hopefully him and Dwight Howard could be an elite front court together. And here we are going into the 2010s. It's kind of a nice transition right there. All right, so we could try Jeff Green at the 3. That's fine. I think he's going to get like 24 minutes a night. I would like to go 34 to the front court. Jameer Nelson and Monta Ellis can get like 25, 23. I would like for Drew Holiday to play a little bit. And then that last spot, honestly, I think is going to go to Greg Monroe. I don't think there's really any point of going Memento Core over him. They can get 15 minutes apiece. Lance Stevenson, maybe I'll send to the G League. Let's go 34 to Darren Williams. Let's go 34 to Iguodala, and I can go 2 more to Jeff Green. Like I said, I'm going to send Lance Stevenson to the G League. We are 4-star perimeter-centric under Byron Scott. We'll also take a look and see what the Clippers do this year as well with Sean Marion. Off to a good start, though. All right, so we can mock up Dwight Howard on a 3-year extension. Let's do that right now. I'm not going to touch anybody else. Jameer Nelson, $5 million. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out because I don't want to go over that 50 million cap because then I'm going to lose my first. So at the end of the 2011 season, LeBron wins MVP. Obviously, this was the year he got his first ring, beating the he didn't get his first ring. They lost to the Mavericks this year. John Wall, the number 1 overall pick, ends up getting Rookie of the Year. Jason Terry, 6th Man of the Year in Toronto, absolute sharpshooter. LeBron, Depoy again. James Harden wins Most Improved in year number 2. You know how I feel about that. And the Warriors with their new logo still get Coach of the Year. They're still the best team in the league with Dwayne Wade, who was like, I guess, the Steph before Steph for them. And then you do have Dwight Howard on all NBA first team. Let's go. Do we get anybody else? We get Dwight on all defensive first team. And that is going to be it besides Greg Monroe on all rookie second team. Not a bad year for Greg. So for the 4th straight year, we are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, but will it matter? Let's find out. Chris Bosh, hello. Welcome to New York. Very good numbers. Him and Dwight, that's a fun front court. I'm getting excited about this team, but will we be able to do it? I don't know. Here is the Scoring, so you have LeBron, Kobe, that's the Stoudemire guy, KD, and Melo. Here's the rebound top 5. You got Tyson Chandler at 4, KG at the 5, and Darren Williams had 9.5 assists this year. You got Chicago and Charlotte down there in the bottom right. Can we beat Washington, led by Russell Westbrook in round 1, Kwame Brown? They got Pau Gasol, and they got Marc Gasol. That is pretty sick. I can't lie. I wish they were playing them together in the front court. We go up 3-0 and we sweep Washington. All right, off to a good start. Miami lost to Toronto in 7. All right, Chris Bosh, you're a beast. That is crazy of an upset. Who's on Toronto? Oh, Vince Carter still. Yeah, duh. 93 overall, beast. We got Boston with Steph. They also have Paul Pierce still, Michael Pietrus. All right, Roy Hibbert, PJ Tucker. Okay, Gordon Hayward. They got a solid team. Can we go to the conference finals? Don't lose to them, please, please. Let's go! We won in 6. Here we are in the conference finals. We're taking on the Chicago Bulls, and we are 1 series away from advancing. The Clippers with Sean Marion did not make the playoffs. Okay. Did the Bucks and or Sixers do, like, really bad? So we gave up that Sixers pick, but we did not give up that Bucks pick. Let's go. But I think that Bucks pick is top 3 protected. Can we beat Chicago and advance to the NBA Finals for the first time in this video? I'm sorry, Manu Ginobili. We're going to have to do it against you. Please. Let's go. Let's go. We won in 5. Here we are, NBA Finals bound, taking on the best team in the NBA, the Golden State Warriors. I'm nervous. So they got Steve Nash and Dwayne Wade in that backcourt. They got Mike Dunleavy, Chris Webber, Nate Allen, Jay Rich off the bench, Michael Beasley, Troy Murphy. Can we beat them? Game 1, Knicks Warriors. It goes to the Knicks. All right, we're 3 games away. Come on, Chris Bosh. You'd be a legend in New York. We lose game 2 by 8. This is something Knicks haven't done in like 30 years at this time. Game 3, we lost. Okay, don't go down 3-1, please. I'm going to cry. No. No. Oh, my God. We lost back-to-back times in round 2. Last year, we lose in the conference finals. And this year, we lose in the NBA Finals. Dwayne Wade and the Warriors get another ring. That is their 3rd in this video. There goes Shaq. He retires. Jamal Mashburn, Chris Webber, Ben Wallace, all those guys end up retiring. Here are the staff retirements. I can't move on from Byron Scott. He literally just went to the NBA Finals with us. And we're going to change our branding this year, so we're going to a different Knicks logo. So draft lottery time. The Clippers are going to get that Sixers pick, but we could get that Bucks pick unless it jumps in the top 3, and boom. We just lost the finals, and we have the 5th overall pick. The Clippers end up with the 3rd overall pick themselves, and they have pick 29. So Byron Scott does have 1 year left on his deal. It'll be interesting to see what we do next offseason. So there's a couple guys I would love in this draft. Kawhi, but he's going to go 1. I don't need Kyrie Irving. We have Darren Williams. Jimmy Butler would be dope. And I think if he... I'm not going to make another trade, but I would love him. I think if I don't get him, I'm going to take Klay Thompson. I'm hoping I can get either Jimmy, Kawhi, or Klay. I want a wing here. Let's see if we can get one. Rockets number 1. I assume we're going to take Kawhi Leonard. Wow. John Wall, Blake Griffin, and Kawhi. Did they have the number 1 overall pick 3 years in a row? That's kind of insane. Suns at 2. Don't take Jimmy or Kawhi, please. Okay, they take Jimmy. All right. I don't want Kyrie Irving. So, okay, he goes there. Nets, do not take Klay Thompson or I'll hate my life. Do not take Klay. They take Kemba. Okay, that's cool with me. We are going to take Klay Thompson with the 5th overall pick in this draft. I'm excited about that. You had Tobias Harris go 6 to the Pacers, Vucevic 10 to the Timberwolves, Chandler Parsons 11 to... So, rookie signings, signing Klay, not going to sign that 2nd round pick. We're going to pick up the team option on Drew Holiday. He's going to be in the rotation most likely next year. Jeff Green could get the qualifying offer, but if he gets paid from another team, probably not going to match that because... I don't know. I think we could develop Klay to being a big rotational piece for us right now. We're going to have to give Bosh an extension next year and Iguodala an extension, or Bosh an extension in 2 years, Iggy an extension next year. And I think Jameer Nelson's a free agent. Like, I don't think I'm going to pay Jameer. I don't know, though. He's good, but I kind of want to see what we can get out of Drew Holiday. So, you know what? I think I'm going to let Jameer Nelson sign elsewhere. But hold on. Jeff Green gets a deal from the Wizards, $5 million a year. Do I want to pay one of these two? I mean, looking at the team right now, I don't need both of them. I'm gonna match the Jeff Green deal, but we're gonna let Jameer Nelson walk. All right, so Ray Allen goes back to the Pacers, KD back to the Hornets, Amari Stoudemire leaves New Orleans to go to the Lakers. Yao stays in Orlando. Joe Johnson re-signs with the Pistons. Sean Marion gets an extension from the Clippers, 5-year deal. All right, player progression. Bosh is in 90. Dwight Howard's in it says in 89. I don't know, man. I think these guys have kind of hit their peaks, but I think it's a good enough core to win a championship. All right, so I don't think that Lance Stevenson is going to crack the rotation nor Memento core. I think I'm going to go like 18 minutes to Drew, 17 to Monroe and Jeff Green. We're going to go 24 minutes to Monta Ellis. Let's go 34 to the front court. Let's go 32 to Iggy. I would like to go 30 minutes to Klay Thompson to see what he can do in his rookie season. And let's go 34 to Darren Williams. Perfect. Under Byron Scott, perimeter centric, 4 stars once again. I think Klay could be a stud for us, but we lost the first game of the year. All right, so we're going to ink a 4-year extension for Andre Iguodala to come back on the Knicks. And then I'm going to ink a new 3-year extension for Chris Bosh as well. We are paying a little bit of luxury tax money, but we're not near that negative 50 million right now, which is good. But it could get kind of a little expensive. I mean, I'm sure Monte Ellis isn't going to get another deal from me. Same with Jeff Green. But hopefully Klay Thompson, he's an elite 3-point shooter. Not really much else yet. And LeBron is just dominating like LeBron did at this time. Another MVP. We just need another team to beat him in the playoffs. But the Rockets, man, with Blake, Wall, and Kawhi, they're going to be so good. 6 man of the year, Goran Dragic. Oh my God, he's insane. LeBron, another deep boy. Dragic, definitely most improved, 100%. And then the Warriors coach gets coach of the year again. We don't get All-NBA first team Dwight Howard. Second-year man in Philly, Andrea Bargnani gets the center spot. Tyson Chandler gets the center spot on the second team, but we did get Chris Bosh on All-NBA second team, and Chris Kaman gets third team center. So no All-NBA team for Dwight Howard. I feel like Dwight probably wouldn't love this, not being like the true #1 guy anymore. But once again, we're the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Like, we've been the best team in the regular season, but we have yet to show up in the playoff. You do have the Heat and the Nets over there as well in the 2-7 spot. I like this team a ton, man. Like, Darren Williams is still like a good facilitating point guard. He's super efficient. And he's like the perfect guy, I feel like, to set all these guys up. But, like, I don't know. We can't seem to do anything when the playoffs happen. So, LeBron actually led the NBA in scoring. You had Russ, number 3. What year is this for Russ? Year number 4. Rebounds goes to Duncan, Chandler, and then Dwight. Assist, Darren Williams. Hey, let's go again. Chris Paul steals. Tim Duncan blocks. Taking on the Raptors in round number 1. A team that was pretty good last year. Are we able to beat them in round number 1? We're up 3-1. We're 3-1. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. We lost by 12. Oh my God. What's the point of being the 1 seed? Dwight. Oh God. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I gave up a lot of first round picks for Chris Bosh. 61 wins and we lost to an 8 seed. Wow, and the Heat lost to the 7 seeded Nets in 7 as well. And we blew a 3-1 lead. Damn, the Warriors also lost. Oh my God, every 1 and 2 seed lost in the playoffs. I hate you, 2K. Yeah, because that surely always happens. The finals are going to be the Bulls beating the Hornets and Tyson Chandler. Yeah, Tyson Chandler, finals MVP, beats Kevin Durant in the finals here in 2012. All right, well, just another weird season where I can't seem to win a championship 10 years into this, unfortunately. So the Brooklyn Nets are becoming a thing here in the 2012 offseason. I don't think I have any random first-round picks here. So the Nuggets maybe won the Anthony Davis sweepstakes. Oh, my God, Clippers, why did you trade away your first? Well, the Jazz maybe won the Damian Lillard sweepstakes. You have the Pacers there at number 3. We have to give the Clippers our pick at 28 from the Chris Bosh deal. Yeah, Byron Scott, we got to move on from you. I'm sorry. So, Pat Riley, you want to come save us? It's been long enough. It's been 20 years. I think we're going to go in a different direction for a head coach. Nate McMillan, a little bit on the younger side at this time as well. Sidney Moncrief. Could we maybe steal him? I mean, he's a legend. I don't know how he would be at coaching. You have Igor Kokoskov. He was the guy that I think he became the Suns' assistant around the Luka time. And we're like, yeah, they're definitely getting Luka. That didn't happen. John Stockton, Sam Cassell. All right, let's see if we get any of these guys. Of course, we go for 4. So I'm actually going to promote Steve Clifford to the head coaching position. Yeah, we're going in a different direction. We're moving on from Byron Scott. So the 2012 draft went 80 number 1, Beal number 2 to the Jazz, Drummond number 3 to the Pacers, Jared Sullinger from Ohio State number 4 to the Bobcats, Deion Waiters 5 to the Grizzlies, Draymond is teammates with Steph. That is pretty cool. Whoa, the Blazers got Damian Lillard. That is also cool. I wonder if they still think like their long-term guy is Kyle Lowry. Picking up the team options on all 3 of these guys. I don't know if it's the head coach. Like that might be the only thing I really changed this offseason. We're about negative 19 million in spending, so I'm not going to get anybody. I'm just going to get Memento Core back on a 1-year deal. Just want to see where some of the top guys end up. KG goes back to Minnesota. Dirk goes back to Dallas. Russ signs an extension with the Wizards. Jermaine O'Neal goes back to Atlanta. well, dang, a former Finals MVP goes back to Portland. Here's player progression. We've kind of peaked as a team. There's Klay Thompson, though, improving now, which is nice. All right, so here we go. The 2013 season, the year where the Spurs and the Heat met in the finals. I think I'm still going to run with like the same rotation as last year. Drew Holiday, Monta Ellis, Jeff Green all off the bench, and Greg Monroe as well. I don't think Stevenson is really going to get minutes for us. Let's play the front court. I think if it ends in an unexpected fashion, maybe we move on from Dwight Howard. There's a really there's a stud in the 2013 draft class we could maybe trade up for. So LeBron at the end of the 2013 season is doing what maybe could have happened in real life, him just winning MVP every single year. This is his 8th MVP of his career. 8. Yeah, that's kind of insane. Anthony Davis is your rookie of the year, the #1 overall pick by the Nuggets. 6th man of the year is Ricky Rubio in Washington behind Russell Westbrook. LeBron, Depoy again, Kyrie most improved in LA. All-NBA first team is Dwayne Wade, Russell Westbrook, LeBron, Duncan, Bargnani. Second team you have Marcus Gasol, Melo, Durant, Roy, and Kobe Bryant. Third team you have Harden, Lowry, Bosh, Tyrese Thomas at 25 years old. Shout out to him and DeMarcus Cousins on the Nets. So Chris Bosh, #1 guy. Yeah, like I'm debating, I don't know. We're going to see how far this team can go in the playoffs. We'll see. I mean, Dwight Howard is still a stud, man. He's still a stud. We did not finish the year as the 1 seed. We actually finished the year as the 2 seed. We're going to be going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Hey, I'll take it. Maybe this is a different, kind of change of pace that we needed. I don't know. Maybe too much pressure as the 1 seed. Here were the stats from this season. How was Klay Thompson's improvement? It was much better. Yeah, Klay's can be elite for us, right away. Deron Williams is a weird player. I mean, he's due for an extension at the end of next year. I don't know if he's the guy long term. He's a good facilitator. I don't know. Iggy is good. It was a weird down year last year, but he peaked, it looked like in 2010. We've had him for his whole career. And just looking at the top scorers throughout the league, LeBron led the league in scoring. Rebounding went to Tim Duncan, and assists went to Deron Williams. So let's see what happens here in round 1 against Atlanta. Can we beat them and advance to round number 2? Or are we going to lose to an 8 seed 1 year and then a 7 seed a year later? And then I can't blame it on a head coach. We end up winning in 6. So Steve Clifford gets his first playoff series victory win. Here, Chris Bosh had 22 points. We're taking on Orlando. Darren Collison, 99 T-Mac, Jarvis Hayes, Chris Humphries, Yao Ming, Marcin Gortat, Jason Kidd. How old is Jason Kidd now? He is 82 years old. He's 40. So they got Gortat, who's bald, Kidd, who's bald, Taj Gibson, who's bald. They got plenty of bald guys on this team. You could say Jarvis Hayes is bald as well. Are we able to beat the 3 seed? Game 1, we do lose. Unfortunately, 37 from T-Mac. Game 2, New York wins by 23 points. I'm nervous. Game number 4 goes to Orlando, or excuse me, 3. Game 4 goes to New York. Game 5 to New York. Please win in 6. No, we're going to a game 7 here in the 2013 playoffs. Please don't let the season end in disappointment. We have such a good first half. We're up by double digits in the 3rd, and it's looking like we're going to go back to the conference finals. Oh my God, yeah, we don't choke it. Let's go. Chris Bosh finished with 24 points, Dwight with 23, and we beat the Magic to take on the 1-seeded Chicago Bulls, who won the finals last year. Tyson Chandler, I guess, is the best center, but we have we have Dwight Howard. So let's hope Dwight can beat them, or him, and they also have Manu Ginobili. Game 1, New York. Good start. Game 2, New York. Great start. Don't blow it to a lead, please. Let's go. We're back in the finals. Steve Clifford, hell yeah. All right, maybe I'm not going to move Dwight. But we got to take on the Warriors again, who beat us 2 years ago in 5. All right, game number 1. Do they still have Nash? And no, they don't have Nash anymore, and they've made Dwayne Wade the point guard. I mean, he's a beast, it looks like still. They have Al Horford. All right. Okay, maybe that's different for us. Game 1, we do lose, though, by 17. Dwayne Wade at 30. I hate you so much, Dwayne Wade. Game 2, we win. Okay, we blow them out. Let's win 4 in a row. Come on, let's win 3 more in a row. Game 3, we lose. My God, don't go down 3-1, please. Oh my God, deja vu from 2 years ago. No luck in this video. And for the second time in 3 years, we lose in 5 to the Warriors. Oh my God, that's so frustrating. Oh my God, Tyloo retires as a Knick. There goes Kidd, Peja. I don't know. Is it worth trading Dwight Howard? Probably not. I don't know what I'm going to do. Damn it, Jason Kidd heads to the Hall of Fame. Steve Francis just retired by the Rockets. The New Orleans Hornets are going to the Pelicans. I can't believe we lost the finals again. All right, so draft lottery time. Let's see who ends up with the #1 overall pick. It's going to be the Portland Trailblazers. Philadelphia, number 2. Indiana still picking at the top 5. They're number 3. We do own our pick at 28. So Portland does have an older core, right? And they're trying to maybe win a title with these guys again before they start regressing. I don't know if I could do Andre Iguodala for pick number 1. It's probably not going to happen. It would have to be probably Dwight Howard. I mean, I would do both my picks, 2 first-round picks and Andre Iguodala for pick number 1. They don't want to do that. I mean, the only, like, I'm obviously trying to do this to get Giannis on this team. Is he gonna go number 1? I mean, the Sporting News has been whack. Yeah, he's gonna go number 1 probably. I'm like, if I didn't make it to the finals, I definitely would have traded Dwight for number 1. They would want Monta Ellis. I would move Monta Ellis if you're interested in Monta. So if I did, I don't really need to do the whole Luol Deng thing. I mean, Darren Williams is obviously interesting. So could we do something like this? Iggy, Monta Ellis, and 2 first-round picks for pick number 1 and my second this year. Does that get this done for number 1? It does. Okay. We just traded for the number 1 overall pick of the 2013 draft to take the man out of Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So 9 years later, Iggy is gone, and we add Giannis to this team. He's still going to have his growing pains, but you know what? If the core doesn't work out with Dwight and Bosh, at least we have Clay and Giannis for the 2010. That may be risky, and maybe we're not going to be great next year, but if we re-sign Darren Williams, we re-sign Dwight, we could have a team going forward that can hopefully be better than the Warriors. I'm going to trade Lance Stevenson to the Warriors for Miami's 2015 first-round pick, and I get a second in that as well. I would like to bring back Drew Holiday. Yeah, we actually saved a little bit of money this offseason, so that even freed up money to go out and bring back Drew Holiday, technically. Yeah, the money's starting to grow bigger around this league. 4 years, $28 million for Drew Holiday. That's more than, like, Monta Ellis got on his second deal, Jeff Green, Jameer Nelson. Melo stays in Cleveland, so he can't really complain about not winning. He had multiple chances to leave, and Indiana, for some reason, didn't re-sign Derrick Rose last year. Love that. I'm also going to sign Joe Ingles to can I actually sign Joe Ingles to a 2-year deal here in free agency? There we go. I don't know if he's going to crack the rotation. He may. So we're going to go Williams, Clay. I'm going to go Giannis at the 3. Bosh and Dwight. I mean, that's so much size. We're going to have like Holiday, Monroe, Jeff Green. I don't think it's going to be DeJounte Blair. I don't think it's going to be Garrett Temple. I think it's probably going to be Joe Ingles, at least just overall wise. Maybe I shouldn't have traded Lance. Ingles can get like 15 minutes a night. Let's go 18 to Jeff Green, who's not really great. We can go 19 to Monroe, 22 to Drew off that, 25 to Drew off that extension. Let's go 35 to the front court. Let's go 34 to the back court. And then I'm going to give Giannis around 26 minutes a night. Under Steve Clifford balanced. We are 4 stars. I don't know if Giannis is going to be the X factor right away, but I'm at least excited about this team's future. And we're going to give Dwight Howard a 3-year extension, as well as Darren Williams. That will take us to the end of Giannis's rookie deal. All right, LeBron just wins MVP every year, I guess. Giannis does take home rookie of the year. He shot 10 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, shot 48% from the field, barely took any threes. Ricky Rubio still behind Russell Westbrook. He ends up getting 6 man of the year. LeBron Depoy again. I feel like that's just happening every year. Psycho T, most improved guy. I don't really agree with that. So you do have DeMarcus Cousins on all NBA first team. He's a beast over there in Brooklyn. Kyle Lowry is no longer on the Blazers. He has actually spent 4 years in Sacramento. Russ, Parker, Duncan, AD, and Bargnani all NBA second team. Third team, Chris Bosh. Back on it. Let's go. All right, so we end the year as the 2 seed. We're going to be taking on the Orlando Magic in round 1 of the playoffs. Here are the stats from this season, as Clay led the team in scoring, a breakout season from the former Washington State forward. We love to see that. That could be huge for a potential championship run. KD on the new branded Pelicans team leads the NBA in scoring. J.R. Smith in Dallas, number 5, doing it efficiently. Kevin Love led the NBA in rebounds in his 6th year in Utah, and then Darren Williams led the NBA in assists once again. All right, so here goes nothing. Taking on the Orlando Magic. Not as scary with that new logo, but they still have a 98 overall Tracy McGrady and a 92 overall Yao Ming. We've beaten them in the playoffs before. Can it happen again? And we just swept them. Hell yeah, that is a statement to start off these playoffs. I love to see that. Chris Bosh had 22 points. Giannis, 7 points. You know what? That's fine. Just play some good defense for me, Giannis. We're taking on Chicago in round number 2. I don't know. I think we should beat them. How good's Marvin Williams? No. Disgusting. Not an 86 overall, I'll tell you that. Can we beat them to go to the conference finals? Please. Please. Oh my God. We blew a 3-1 lead to go to a game 7, but we got it done winning by 2 in game 7. Why do you got to scare me like that? Why do you have to scare me like that? I don't... Okay, here we are taking on the Miami Heat. I hate this. Because we're going to probably lose against the Heat. And the one year the Warriors aren't in the finals and 2 teams that I would not be scared of, we got to go up against the Heat, who we're probably going to lose against. We're not beating LeBron. Do they have an old Steve Nash on the bench? They do. They're going to beat me, right? They're the 1 seed. They win game 1. We win game 2. We win game 3. We lose game 4. Win game 5. Oh my God, we beat them. Okay, we won by 3. I was fully convinced we were going to lose. Give me some. I actually don't care who we go up against. It's going to be the Clippers, who were down 3-2. And a little bit of a storyline here. Chris Bosh versus Sean Marion. Oh my God, if Sean Marion wins it against me, I'm going to be so upset. I'm going to be so upset. And this team does have Kyrie Irving. All right, Clippers, Knicks. Game 1 goes to the Knicks. Here we are in our third finals in this video, but we are 0-2. Clay shot 4 for 15. Game 2 goes to the Clippers. Damn it. We had a chance to go up 2-0. I feel like we're the better team, and we're up 2-1. All right, we are 2 games away from winning the finals. Come on, let's go. We're up 3 games to 1. In year number 12, are we able to win the finals? For the first time, 12 years into this. In the 0-18, or the 0-18 Thunder rebuild, I had 12 rings in 12 years. Here I am just trying to get my first ring. We're down by 2, down by 3. Let's see if we can win it. Drew Holiday and Greg Monroe are in. Easy lane for Drew, taking his sweet old time, right? You're not going to get blocked. He gets that to go. Did Darren Williams foul out? No, he did not. All right, yeah, let's get the starters back in. Do I have any timeouts? I actually got to flip my camera. Oh my God, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to give up points. All right, good foul, Dwight. That might be Tristan Thompson at the line. Did they get Tristan Thompson and Kyrie in the 2011 draft? Like the Cavs pretty much did. So 90 seconds left. We got the starters back in. He, of course, hits both free throws, down by 3. We do have somebody that has a much better jump shot than Sean Marion did, and obviously ended up becoming one of the greatest three-point shooters of all time. Klay Thompson. Klay, smooth release. Bang! Klay's got 25, catch and shoot. He knocks it down. It's 92-92. Huge 3 with under 90 seconds to go. All right, Williams, I need you to clamp up. Oh, Kyrie's so good. I'm right here. Great block. Let's go. Who was that? That was Dwight. Kick it up to Dwight. Dwight, just, oh my God. Find Darren Williams inside. Please get that. Okay, thank God I didn't get blocked there. Nice find from Dwight, his first assist of the game, and we take the lead. Oh my God, we are 60 seconds away from winning the NBA Finals. Watch us blow a 3-1 lead. Like, watch me do it. I don't know. I'm scared. Man, and we got Giannis for the future as well. Maybe Iggy was holding this back. I don't really know. But thank God I didn't have to face the Warriors in the finals here. I would not have felt good about that. Kyrie coming off a screen. That looks good. He knocks it down. Tie game. I don't want to go back to Klay here. Let's go back to Klay. Am I supposed to get a ball screen here? I don't know, but they want to get it to Dwight. I don't really love that. Dwight inside. He's going to get a 3 seconds. Oh, with the left hand, Dwight. There we go. And we take the lead. This would be Dwight's first ring if we're able to get it done, man. He spent like 10 years here in New York. All right, Kyrie Irving pulls up. Good defense. Darren Williams. Dwight. Box out. Oh my God, man. Like, what is Dwight doing? What is Dwight doing? And he gets right around him. Tristan Thompson gets that to go. We're tied up. All right, let's try to go to Chris Bosh. I think I had him open there, but I missed it. All right, kick it to Chris Bosh in the post. All right, I don't know who he has on him. Chris Bosh, I need this. I don't like this. Kick that back out to Darren Williams. Come here. Set a ball screen. All right, we got 6 seconds. Darren Williams. Kick that out to Giannis. One more to Klay. Oh my God, did I get it off? I did. Klay, 3, bang! Klay freaking Thompson, let's go. The ball movement. Giannis to Klay. That's what I love to see. Oh my God, the third-year man out of Washington State hit such a big shot in Game 5 here of the finals. Oh man, from like Charles Smith, Charlie Ward, John Starks having those bad shooting games in the 90s. Here we are having a chance to win the finals in 2014. Kyrie gets it. Oh my God, he got a good look. Don't make that. Oh my God, he missed that. And we're going to win it. Let's go. The New York Knicks, 12 years into this video, finally take home their first ring. We win the 2014 NBA Finals. Oh man, Jeff Green gets a ring, Joe Ingles gets a ring, Greg Monroe, Darren Williams. I'm glad Chris Bosh got a ring. He may be your Finals MVP. We needed the reinforcements to come. We needed Giannis. We needed Klay. Iggy wasn't really working out. Oh man, let's go. Dwight got a ring, man, in New York. I thought I was going to have to trade him. Darren Williams gets a ring. I don't know if I'm going to ever be able to keep this core for the rest of the video because these guys are going to get expensive, especially Klay and Giannis when they're done on their rookie deals. But let's just enjoy the moment right now. So that feels so good. Chris Bosh is your Finals MVP. He's got that Hall of Fame resume. Steve Nash retires. Antoine Jameson, Ron Artest, Lamar Odom. I'm intrigued to see who makes it to the Hall of Fame. Obviously, Steve Nash will be making it. Shout out to Steve Clifford, man. Got it done as the head coach. Steve Nash goes to the Hall of Fame. The Rising Stars game will now be a USA vs. World showdown, and we're going to change some branding thing. The Suns make it the #1 pick. Pacers at 2, Bucks at 3, or that would have been Atlanta. Pacers at 3, Grizzlies shoot up to #1. The Blazers get our pick at 30, and the Golden State pick at 25 that we had, but we got Giannis for it, so I don't care. So the 2014 draft has concluded. Andrew Wiggins is a member of the Memphis Grizzlies, Nikola Jokic on the Suns, Zach LaVine on the Pacers, Embiid on the Bucks, Aaron Gordon on the Sixers, as you can see kind of the rest of the picks here. Picking up Klay Thompson Thompson's team option. He will be a restricted free agent next offseason. KG is a free agent at 38 years old. I would like to bring back Greg Monroe if I could afford him, but if somebody throws like 10 million at him, I'm not going to be able to afford him. Chris Paul spent all 9 years in the NBA as a Bobcat. We'll see if he leaves this offseason. I'm probably going to let Jeff Green walk. I mean, we're not near that 50 million thing, so I may actually just offer him a 2-year extension, and I'd like to bring back Greg Monroe for sure. So I'm going to get Greg Monroe back 3 years, 17 million. Chris Paul goes to the Hornets. Wait, is that the... Yeah, he goes to the Hornets from the Bobcats. Wow. I guess they still have Kevin Durant. That is going to be nasty. Chris Paul and Kevin Durant both in their prime. That is kind of filthy. And here we are going into the 2015 season. Obviously, that's the draft with like Cat, Porzingis, D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, Miles Turner. We do have an older Ben Gordon on the team. Joe Ingles, that was a fine pickup for us last year. He's going to get like 12 minutes a night. Let's go 18 to Monroe. I think I'm going to go like 15 to Jeff Green. I could trade him, but we'll see. Drew Holiday, we got a ring with him. He's freaking good and a good defender also. He's going to get like 25 minutes a night. Let's go 34 to the front court. I'd like to get Giannis at least 30 in year 2. Let's go 34 to Clay, 34 to Darren Williams. I'm not going to go 34 to Giannis, so I may just give a little bit more to Joe Ingles and one more to Jeff Green. So LeBron James wins another MVP. Nikola Jokic of the Phoenix Suns is your Rookie of the Year, the 2nd overall pick from last year's draft. Goran Dragic, just a beast 6 man. I would love to have him on my team. How much is Goran Dragic making a year? Can I see that right now? I don't think I can, but yeah, Goran Dragic has been like, honestly, a borderline all-NBA player, and he's winning 6 man of the year left and right. LeBron wins DPOY. Isaiah Thomas, most improved. Wow, so he really didn't have much of a start to his career in Atlanta. Seattle could be turning around. I mean, the efficiency wasn't great, but at least he's getting a larger opportunity. And the Coach of the Year goes to John Lucas of the Chicago Bulls. Kyle Lowry on the Kings, Russ on the Wizards, LeBron, Paul George in Milwaukee. Wow, oh my God, year 5 for Paul George, absolutely insane. Bargnani gets all NBA first team as well. Here's second team with Harden. In Cleveland, oh my God, wait, he signed with Melo. Oh, we got help. Oh, I don't know how they would coexist, like prime Melo, prime Harden. They both want the ball a ton. And we do get Chris Bosh on all NBA. Third team, you have John Wall. Oh my God, they have John Wall. Wait, what? They signed John Wall? He didn't sign that rookie extension with Houston. What's up with that? That's crazy. This season, we still see Klay Thompson being an absolute stud. Chris Bosh is a free agent, not this offseason, but next offseason. We'll have to figure out how much we want to pay him, because I feel like at this point, we're going to want to pay him more than we paid Dwight Howard, but I got to worry about not going over negative 50 million in cap space. Giannis had a fantastic year, number 2. Darren Williams finished with 9.7 assists, 12.5 points, and lead efficiency again. Drew Holiday's been a really good backup point guard for us as well. So just also taking a look here at the league leaders before we get into the playoffs, seeing if we can go back-to-back. Paul George led the NBA in scoring. Kevin Love led the NBA in rebounding in Utah. And then you had Kyle Lowry lead the NBA in assists over there in Sacramento. LeBron in steals, and Serge Ibaka in Detroit in blocks. He's had a solid career so far. So we are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers in round number 1. I don't like this round 1 matchup with Melo and Harden. They have Yi Yalen, who they've definitely developed into being a solid player. Mo Jeffries at the 5, Darren Collison. They have JJ Redick, Jared Jeffries, Hakeem Warwick, Reggie Jackson, Daniel Tice, Chris Wilcox, Julius Randle, and Dwayne Dedmon off the bench. They at least have a deep roster. Game number 1, though, goes to New York by 13 points. Dwight Howard off to a good start. Let's see if we can go up 2 games to 0. Yes, we do. We end up beating them by 4 points. Chris Bosh had 37. Love that. Game number 3 goes to the New York Knicks. I guess Melo and Harden isn't going to work out. I don't know. That's a good team, though. And we are going to gentleman sweep them. Yep, we end up doing that. In game number 4, we ended up losing by 30 points. But in game 5, we ended up beating them by 23. Here we are in round number 2, taking on the Orlando Magic. They still have Tracy McGrady. Injuries never derailed his career. He is 35 years old, though, at this point. They still have Yao Ming. They're starting Justin Holiday. Hey, going up against his brother, Drew Holiday. They do beat us by 2 in game number 1. Hopefully, we're able to beat them in this series. Let's just simulate the round. And we end up winning 4 in a row. Here we are in the Eastern Conference Finals once again. Chris Bosh led the team in scoring in round 1, and same thing in round 2. So here we go. We're taking on the Chicago Bulls, the best team in the NBA this year. I guess the Salem Stoudemire guy is just that good. I guess so. They got Rodney Stuckey, Trevor Ariza, Thad Young, and obviously Tyson Chandler. We've beaten this team in the playoffs before. I feel like they've beaten us before as well. And we end up losing in 7 games. All right, so obviously it's very tough to go back-to-back. We're not going to be able to do that this year. Damn, I really thought we had a possible chance to do that. Damn. All right. I feel like this is such a good roster. And now we got to pay Klay Thompson in the offseason. The Nuggets lose to the Bulls in 6. And Tyson Chandler Gets his second finals MVP in this video. Oh my God. They have like what ended up being the Pelicans front court. They have a Kentucky front court of AD, and they signed DeMarcus Cousins there in Denver. That is kind of insane. They also have Jonas Valanciunas, Carlos Delfino, Brooke Lopez, Adam Morrison, PJ Tucker, but Eric Bledsoe as well. They have so many centers. But yeah, Tyson Chandler gets his second finals MVP in this video, which is kind of insane. KG, Ray Allen, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Billups, AI all retire. There's going to be a couple guys going to the Hall of Fame. Al Harrington, he was a former Knick at this point. So let's see who goes to the Hall of Fame. KG, AI. Elton Brand makes it to the Hall of Fame. Okay, and Ray Allen. AI gets his jersey retired by the Sixers. KG by the Timberwolves. And then you have Ray Allen by the Bucks. Historic changes. We're going to do a couple rule changes and just a couple logos. So here we are with the draft lottery. The Miami Heat first round pick is going to be in the lottery. Let's go. So we get the 14th overall pick in this draft and 29 here in the 2015 draft. All right, so the 2015 draft has concluded. Kristaps Porzingis ended up going #1 overall to the Pacers, still picking in the top 5. Karl-Anthony Towns goes 2 to the Suns, pairing up him with Nikola Jokic. You know, Miles Turner going 3 to the Hornets. Frank Kaminsky going 4 to the Grizzlies. Trey Lyles 5. D'Lo fell to 7. Where did Devin Booker go? He went 11 to the Sixers. That's a steal of a pick. We did get Bobby Portis at 14, Jetty Osman at 29, and Rudolph Barker, who I'm not going to sign. So let's pick up the team option on Giannis. #1 priority this offseason is to make sure we get back Klay Thompson. And he gets a deal from the Rockets. It's going to be 4 years, $61 million. Obviously, that's a no-brainer match. We are -$7 million right now, and Chris Bosh is going to be a free agent at the end of this season. So, well, actually, that Klay Thompson contract is not kicked in yet. So if we look at the salary cap breakdown between this roster next year, we're actually at -$21 million. I don't know. We're going to be flirting with that -$50 million, I think, going soon. So I'm going to have to make some tough decisions. I don't know how much longer Chris Bosh and Dwight Howard are going to be on this team. And I'm going to bring back Joe Ingles here on a 2-year deal. Kawhi goes back to Houston. Yeah, he's a stud of a player. Kyrie goes back to the Clippers. Aldridge leaves, well, he left the house a couple years ago, spent a year in New Orleans, spent a year in Houston, and then goes to Sacramento. All right, I feel like I have to do it. I'm going to bring back Chris Bosh, but that puts us at -$50 million right now, but in the offseason, it'll be a little bit less than that. So it's pretty much the rule I said it was going to next year's season, which I think will be fine, because I'm probably going to move off from like Jeff Green in the offseason and guys like that. And LeBron wins another MVP. All right, 2K, can we get somebody new to win this award? Like, that is LeBron's 11th MVP in his career. Maybe he should have won 11 MVPs in his actual career, but come on. Karl-Anthony Towns is your rookie of the year for the Phoenix Suns. Did he come off the bench or did he start? I mean, if we go to games started, he started all 82, so I guess it was him and Jokic. No! He started over Jokic. Wow, that's kind of crazy. LeBron Depoy, Zach LaVine, most improved in Indiana, and John Lucas is your coach of the year. Do we get any Knicks on the All-NBA teams? You got Pau Gasol at 35 years old on the All-NBA second team for the Wizards. No Knicks on the All-NBA team, unfortunately. I did re-sign Chris Bosh. I don't know about Dwight Howard. Next year could be Dwight's, I think, last year in New York. I don't know if Greg Monroe will be ready. We ended up as the 2 seed. Once again, we're going to be taking on the Cavs in round #1. Clay was our leading scorer, followed by Bosh. There's Giannis, Dwight, Darren Williams, and then Drew Holiday. If we take a look at the league leaders throughout the NBA, Paul George tied with Kevin Durant, leading the NBA in scoring, followed by J.R. Smith, Steph Curry, and Kawhi Leonard. Rebounds goes to Drummond, Love, Nate Allen, Tyrese Thomas, and Tyson Chandler. Assists goes to Steph Curry, averaging 9.1 assists and 28 points. That's kind of insane. So here we are taking on the Cavs once again in the playoffs with Collison, Harden, Melo, Yee, Allen, Daniel Tice at the 5. It's a good team, at least with 2 guys scoring the ball, but we are up 3-1, and we end up winning in 5. We're going to be taking on Boston in round #2. All right, pretty good series from the core. Can we beat Boston, who have Steph? They have Paul Pierce, who is 38 years old, still a 90 overall. Michael Pietrus. They do have Draymond Green. They have Roy Hibbert. Honestly, we should beat this team. It's not a good roster. I don't know how they beat Miami in 5. And they what? Oh my God. How did they beat us? Like, Steph Curry, I guess, must have carried this team. Damn, another disappointing exit. I mean, I'm not saying last year was like fully disappointing, but like, I thought I could maybe go back to back with this core. All right, well, yeah, this team ended up losing here in round #2, something we've seen a ton in this video. With Dwight Howard coming into his final year of his contract, I think I may look to trade him in the offseason. And let's see who wins the 2016 NBA Finals. It goes to the Denver Nuggets in 6 games over the Milwaukee Bucks, and AD as a #1 option wins Finals MVP after losing in the Finals last year. They get back this year and they beat Paul George and Joel Embiid and the Milwaukee Bucks. There goes Stephon Marbury, Tim Duncan. Wow, Marbury made it to 2016. Crazy. Vince Carter ends up retiring. Gerald Wallace, I see. Tayshaun Prince, Phil Jackson, George Karl retire as well. Duncan, Carter, and Stephon Marbury made it to the Hall of Fame. Wow, Duncan had 18 All-Star appearances, 1 MVP. Carter with 14 All-Star appearances. All right, draft lottery time. We don't have any like random first-round picks here outside of ours, so we have our first-rounder at 20. I think that said, wait, that's a 7 or 6. That said 7 in this draft. Steve Clifford is a free agent head coach, but I think I'm still gonna bring him back. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do this trade with the Seattle SuperSonics. I'm gonna try to move Dwight Howard an expiring contract. For Andrew Bogut, yes, a former 3rd overall pick in the 05 draft, a serviceable center, and he's making $13 million a year, so a lot less than what Dwight Howard would make on his next contract. I'm beginning Goran Dragic as well, like one of the best 6-mans in this league. Debating like starting him over Darren Williams, and I would get the 9th overall pick in the draft. We'll see. I'll be throwing in my first rounder this year and my first rounder next year to see if they would do that. Yeah, we'll do a swap with them. So let's do this trade. Massive trade. After 10 years in New York, Dwight Howard is traded to the Seattle SuperSonics. That is kind of sad. It's bittersweet, man. Dwight Howard won a championship here, but I don't think I was going to extend him. So I was like, I might as well move him the offseason before that to at least get some value. The Pacers, how are they this bad? How are the Pacers this bad with all of their top picks in the draft? I don't get it. Like, I don't know if they still have... Well, they don't have Derrick Rose anymore, and there's some other ones I'm forgetting, but damn, I feel like they're picking the top 5 every year. Orlando at number 2 is trading the pick for who? Zach Randolph and former Knick Lance Stevenson, and they take Jamal Murray. 3, Phoenix takes Jaylen Brown. 4, Memphis is taking DeJounte Murray. 5, Atlanta takes Brandon Ingram. Good pick there. 6, Buddy Hield to the Clippers. 7, Chris Dunn to the Mavericks. 8, are the Pelicans going to be trading the pick? Nope, they select Malcolm Brogdon. So we're on the clock here. Sabonis is still there. Siakam is still there. I'm going to go Domantas Sabonis out of Gonzaga. Sabonis is a 75 overall. What is Siakam? He's a 73 overall. Obviously a little bit older as well. So I'm excited about getting Sabonis. And like, we have Giannis kind of developing, man. I'm excited about this team next year. Jeff Green is a free agent, but I think I'm going to let him walk. He's going to be done here. He did spend a decent amount of time in New York. How many years was it exactly? 9 years in New York. That's a decent amount of time. Marcus Gasol goes to Golden State. Gordon Hayward stays in Minnesota. AD stayed in Denver. Drummond stays in Indiana. So here's our team going into the 2017 season. Chris Bosh is 32. Giannis is 22. You have Clay and Giannis. I mean, that could be a duo that could win championships. All right, so this is what the team is going to look like. It's a very deep roster. Williams, Clay, Giannis, Bosh, and then Bogut. Off the bench, we have Goran Dragic, Jrue Holiday, Greg Monroe, Bobby Portis, and Domantas Sabonis. How are we salary cap wise? Because I feel like I haven't looked. We are negative 15 million right now. Yeah, because I'm obviously not going to end up paying Dwight Howard, but we do have to pay Giannis at the end of the year. I'd like to re-sign Jrue Holiday. He's been such a key piece for us. I would like to bring back Greg Monroe as well, because he could start for us at the 5 once Bogut moves on. So actually, let's get an extension done with Jrue. 14 mil a year. Yeah, with the salary cap going up. I'm going to pay it. I'm going to pay it for Jrue. It's a little rich for me. Darren Williams might leave because we got Goran Dragic under contract. There's probably no point in re-signing Darren Williams for $11 million a year. Yeah, this could be Darren Williams' last year in New York. He spent 11 years here, which would be kind of, like, it's kind of wild. Like, we may lose him. I'm going to re-sign Greg Monroe as well. So, yeah, I think this is going to be the last dance for Darren Williams in New York. Hopefully, we can get a ring. Well, I guess LeBron is just winning MVP for the rest of this video. Ben Simmons is your Rookie of the Year. Jokic, 6th Man of the Year behind Cat. LeBron, Depoy, Most Improved goes to Miles Turner. And we went 71-11. Oh, my God. That is kind of insane. Giannis on All-NBA 3rd team. Yeah. Okay. 71 wins. First time in this video. Does that mean we're going to actually win it all? All right. We're actually taking on the Cavs in round 1 of the playoffs. Go figure. Giannis led the team in scoring here in the 2017 season. Obviously, this is going to be like the Jason Tatum draft. Markelle Fultz, Alonzo Ball, Josh Jackson, De'Aaron Fox to wrap out the top 5. Looking at the league leaders throughout the league. Kyrie on the Clippers led the NBA in scoring. Rebounds goes to Tyson Chandler, still in Chicago, dominating at 34 years old. Mo Will, wow, what a improvement in the season. He could have won Most Improved at age 34. Steals goes to Russ. Blocks go to Serge. We're taking on the Bucks in round 1. You got Chicago and Miami here in the 2-7 matchup that I am blocking. Round number 1 here against Cleveland. Don't lose. We just won 71 games. The fact that we won in 5, I don't know. I feel like that could have been a sweep. You guys won 71 games. All right, Goran Dragic was pretty good for us off the bench, I can't lie. Honestly, Darren Williams' efficiency is pretty trash. Yeah, this is definitely Darren Williams' last year. All right, can we beat Washington in round 2? They have Russ, former Michigan State legend Gary Harris, Danilo Gallinari, Kwame Brown, Pau Gasol, Jared Jack, Josh Childress, remember him and his fro, Javonte Green, Nick Collison, Leandro Barbosa off the bench. They ended up winning game 1. I think Cleveland won game 1, but then we ended up winning 4 in a row. Are you kidding me? 2K. 71 wins. 71 wins. And we're losing in round 2. I'm not thinking I should win the finals every year, but what the heck? Why make me win 71 games if we're going to lose to a team that won 17 less than us? Oh my God, man. Another year, no ring. God damn it. I moved on from Dwight Howard, but I thought this team was good enough. The Warriors take home another ring. Dwayne Wade, it's been a little bit since he got a ring, but he ends up beating the team that beat us, the Wizards, in the finals. That was year number 15, and we just have one ring, which is kind of upsetting because I feel like this team is so freaking good, or at least it is on paper. Paul Pierce and Knicks legend Sean Marion head to the Hall of Fame. We are not retiring Sean Marion's number. And I'm going to make this trade with the Detroit Pistons. I'm going to be trading Andrew Bogut and pick 29 to the Pistons for Harrison Barnes, former UNC legend, to come off the bench for us and probably be our sixth man because Goran Dragic is going to start for us next year. Or I could start Drew Holiday and still make Dragic the sixth man as Tatum ends up in Toronto. Kuzma, number 2 to Boston. Markkanen, 3 to Atlanta. Time Lord. Oh, wait, no, that's not Time Lord. He was in the 2018 draft as well. I guess that's just a random guy. I'm sorry, Grizzlies fans. You guys kind of got screwed there in that lottery with this draft class. Don't you just love 2K, right? So we're going to pick up the team option on Bobby Portis. If I can get like a, well, I'm going to have to pay Giannis, but if I can get a center on like the mid-level exception, I would do that. I can get Salem Stoudemire. Wow. For $7 million a year, this guy was like the top 5 scorer in the league for a while. I'm going to see if I can give Cody Zeller a 3-year deal. I don't know if that would get matched. We are going to move on from Darren Williams, though. So he spends 12 years here in New York. We did get a ring with him, but he is gone. Obviously, I'm going to match any deal Giannis gets. Oh my God, the salary cap has gone up. $30 million a year guy. Giannis just got 4 years, 127. I'm going to have to look. I'm going to have to look at our salary cap breakdown. Do I have to forfeit my first round pick this year? I may have to. Oh, no, I'm $7 million off from doing that. Yeah, the salary cap has gone up. That is crazy. And here's player progression with Giannis as our top guy. This will be Bosch's last contract on the Knicks. 3 years left, though. All right, so no more Andrew Bogut this year. We're going to opt for, I think, Goran Dragic still being the sixth man off the bench, but he's going to play, I think, more minutes than Drew Holiday. We did sign to OJ Mayo as well, but we're going to run this 10-man rotation. Bobby Portis get 10 minutes. We're going to go 13 to Sabonis, who can maybe develop into our center. Cody Zeller is going to get, honestly, he's going to get a couple more minutes because I don't think I'm going to play Greg Monroe like all that much. Barnes, Dragic off the bench, and then Giannis and like Clay, we got to give a ton of minutes to as well. All right, AD is your MVP. Lonzo Ball, Rookie of the Year, the 12th overall pick by the Sacramento Kings with, I guess, Lonzo Ball rookie efficiency. Nikola Jokic, sixth man of the year. LeBron wins D-point, but it is cool. Now, LeBron finally didn't win an MVP because we have Anthony Davis as a stud 25-year-old in this league. Devin Booker wins most improved. We get coach of the year again. I don't know if it's going to matter. We didn't get anybody on an all-NBA or all-defensive team. I should probably take a look to see kind of what like Dwight Howard has been up to. Here's our scoring though with Giannis and Clay leading the way. Points per game went to LeBron in Miami still. Rebounds per game. See, like, where's Dwight Howard? Did Dwight Howard, he didn't retire? No, he averaged, he's been like solid. I mean, he's taken a little bit of a step back in his age 32 season for the Thunder. Assists per game, number 1 in the NBA is Russ, followed by Rubio, Paul, Curry, and then James Harden. So are we able to beat the Detroit Pistons around number 1 is the question everybody is asking. They got Andrew Bogut. They got Andrew Bogut, former New York Knick. Are we able to beat them? We won coach of the year again. We sweep them. All right, gives me confidence. Can we beat Milwaukee in round number 2 with Paul George and Joel Embiid? Or are we going to lose in round 2? We end up winning in 6, and we are back in the conference finals. All right. Can we win the finals this year? I have one finals ring to my resume right now. Let's get another one. Let's beat the Wizards. Let's beat Russ. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. We are back in the finals, man. That's what I'm talking about. We beat Russell Westbrook and the Wizards. Klay Thompson is an absolute beast. And are we able to beat the Portland Trail Blazers with Marcus Williams? Oh, former Knick, Andre Iguodala. It's cool he's stayed in Portland. You have Wall Dang, Thad Young, Hassan Whiteside, Evan Turner. Can we beat them in the finals? No, my God, another finals loss. That's our third. That's our, oh my God, and of course, a former Knick finals MVP. He ended up being, what, the 2015 finals MVP, Andre Iguodala? He ends up winning the 2018 finals MVP. So in year number, like, 16, man, that is my 4th final loss. We've lost 2 to the Warriors, and we've lost 1 to the Blazers. So my 3rd finals loss, excuse me. Damn. In 7 games too, there goes Kobe Bryant at age 39. Dirk retires as well. Jermaine O'Neal, T-Mac could all be Hall of Famers. I saw Joe Johnson retire as well. I guess I'm going to keep Steve Clifford. Yeah, loaded Hall of Fame class with Kobe, T-Mac, Dirk, Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas, and Jermaine O'Neal. So jersey retirements, a ton happened there. Michael Redd gets his jersey retired by the Bucks. Ton of historic changes we're going to do. There was a ton last year as well. All right, so we didn't really have any draft picks that we're going to keep. Jaren Jackson Jr. went #1 overall, ahead of Luka, ahead of Shea, ahead of Trae Young here in this 2018 draft class. Jerome Robinson still goes in the lottery like he did in real life, funny enough. Where did Jalen Brunson go? Did Jalen Brunson go in the second round, or did I miss him? Jalen Brunson went in the second round again. Wow, that is crazy. Wow, he went 41st to the Pacers, but the Pacers still suck in this video, apparently. So Sabonis and Portis, we're going to pick up those options. Qualifying offers, we got nobody. Tony Douglas, he was a Knicks legend, right? Melo is an unrestricted free agent. We'll see if he continues to stay in Cleveland. It's crazy. We're getting like to the end of their careers, and we started off this video with them getting drafted. Also, I completely forgot. I'm over my cap space this year of $50 million. So that means I have to forfeit my first round pick, which means I will not sign that rookie that I end up drafting. So we ended the season with an elite record of 69-13. LeBron's back to winning MVP. Luka, rookie of the year. Funny enough, he is drafted by the Atlanta Hawks. They don't trade him this time around. Deion Waiters, 6th man of the year. I think behind Devin Booker in Philly. LeBron wins D-point. Most improved goes to Zach LaVine in Miami with LeBron. Oh my God, they had 2 30-point per game scores. That's kind of insane. And we did get Giannis on All-NBA third team. So we are the 1 seed in the playoffs. We're taking on the Wizards. Are we going to win the finals? I don't know. I would like to win my second in this video. That would be nice. Does 2K want to give it to me? Let's see. Can we win the 2019 finals? Let's just simulate the playoffs. We sweep the Wizards. Can we beat the Hornets? We end up winning at 5. Stop losing the 7th seeds. Oh my God. What the heck? A 7th seed is beating us in the conference finals, and the Spurs win it all. Tony Parker's your finals MVP. With former Nick, Monta Ellis. They have Chris Middleton, Nerlens Noel, Justice Winslow, Jared Dudley. Is that John Collins? Yes, it is. Oh my God. We're also Jason Tatum, a young Marvin Bagley in the conference finals. How? I think I'm going to move on from Chris Bosh in this offseason. Clearly, it's not working out whatsoever, and I got to save some. So, here are the player retirements. A ton of guys we've started this video off with are retiring, and let's see who gets their jersey retired. Nate Allen by the Warriors, Caron Butler by the Heat, and Jamal Crawford by the Pels. We have a ton of rule changes to implement. I'm going to fire Steve Clifford. Yep, he had 1 year left on his deal. Can I get Pat Riley, who's became an assistant head coach? That's funny enough. All right, so Pat Riley's mulling it. I guess that means he doesn't get blocked. All right, let me see if I'm going to get Pat Riley. Oh my God, he ends up getting blocked. God damn it. I'm like, all right, maybe I'm going to have a chance to get Pat Riley. He ends up getting blocked. I had a chance to sign Sidney Moncrief, and I chose not to. Ray Allen's a big man coach, which is funny enough. You know what? Sean Marion, former Knicks player, is going to be the Knicks head coach for the final couple years of this video. So the 2019 draft has concluded. I will not be signing Don Hickman here or O'Shea Brissett in the second round with Mr. Irrelevant. So John Morant is a member of the Atlanta Hawks with Luka Doncic, which is pretty sick. Zion is on the Cavs. You have RJ Barrett on the Kings, and here is kind of the rest of the lottery picks and what they look like. Garland fell to 17 to the Raptors, man. Domantas Sabonis, we're going to pick up that team option. I'm debating moving Chris Bosh, but I think this could be his last dance here. Klay Thompson, unrestricted free agent. I'm going to pay him a boatload of money. Yep, $30 million a year. Dragic, 33 years old. Do I want to bring him back? Maybe. I think I'm going to make a trade, though. I'm going to trade Harrison Barnes to the Chicago Bulls for Marcus Smart and a future first-round pick. That's going to save around $10 million. And then I'm hoping I can get Goran Dragic back on a 2-year deal worth around, I guess, $40 million total. So let's sign Clay. Let's sign Dragic, and I hope I get Bobby Portis back on the QO. That's not going to happen. He gets 3 years, $22 million. I think I'm going to match that. Do I have to sacrifice my first round pick this year? Let's see. Are we over -50? Yeah, we are. All right. Well, I'm going to sacrifice my first round pick to hopefully get Chris Bosh one more ring in New York. I don't know how it hasn't happened yet, which is kind of insane, man. It's kind of insane. And at the end of the 2020 season, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 26-year-old for the New York Knicks, ends up winning MVP. Zion Williamson on the Cavs, Rookie of the Year. Julius Randle, 6th man of the year on the Cavs. LeBron's still winning DPOY almost every year. Trae Young on the Pacers, most improved. And Sean Marion, in his first year as the New York Knicks head coach, goes 74-8. You heard that correctly. Giannis is maybe turning into one of the best players, if not the best player in the NBA. Hopefully, we're able to get a ring, though. Paul George led the NBA in scoring, followed by Zach LaVine, Russell Westbrook. Wow, Zach LaVine in Miami. And then you have LeBron at 4, also in Miami, which is kind of insane. Dame is in Chicago. He did get drafted by Portland, but then left. And are we able to beat the Raptors, hopefully, this time around in round number 1? Come on, give me a ring. Come on, Sean Marion. Oh, we went to 6, but we sweep the Heat. Let's go. We're in the oh my God, let's go. I was like waiting for the conference finals MVP to show up. That didn't happen because that's not a thing. But we end up winning the finals. I forget if it was our first year or second year with Steve Clifford. We won a ring. So it's funny. Maybe you just get a new head coach, you end up winning a ring, and Giannis gets finals MVP. Good end to the Chris Bosh era in New York, because we're probably not going to re-sign him. He's going to cost too much money because Drew Holiday wants more money now. He wants like $25 million a year, which I'm not going to be able to pay. Sean Livingston gets his jersey retired by the Grizzlies, which is kind of sick. I think I have to sacrifice my first round pick, unfortunately. I'm not sure, though. All right, so we're not going to sign Josh Green. We are going to forfeit our first-round pick. I'm sorry, Josh. As LaMelo Ball ends up on the Pelicans, you have Anthony Edwards going to OKC, Tyrese Halliburton going to Minnesota. The Pacers are maybe the biggest, fraud franchise in this video, man. Still picking in the top 5, which is kind of insane. Harden's going to be a free agent. I would like to bring back Domantas Sabonis. I would like to have a bigger role for him next year. We do have a decent amount of free agents. Bosh is going to be gone. I'm not giving him money like that. Drew Holiday, I think, also will be gone, which is a shame, but I don't think I'm going to pay him. Hopefully I get him back for cheaper in Sabonis. I'm going to try to sign Monroe to a 3-year deal. Honestly, though, maybe I will bring back Drew Holiday. Yeah. So I'm going to bring back Greg Monroe, Drew Holiday, Cody Zeller. Like I said, though, it will be the final year of the Chris Bosh era in New York. Domantas Sabonis, I'm going to try to bring back as well. I'm going to try to front load his contract to save a little bit of money, even though I'm going to have to forfeit my first next year. The Magic are trying to get him, and I'm going to match that. And here we are. I guess this is about to be modern day, or yeah, the modern day era of the NBA, which I don't know whose era that is yet. Could it be the Jokic era? Could it be the Giannis era? We'll see. So yeah, this is going to be the first year with no Chris Bosh in a while. It's going to be Drew Holiday at the 1, Clay at the 2, Giannis 3, Sabonis 4. We're ready for him to break out. Cody Zeller 5. We have Dragic, Smart, Monroe, Bobby Portis all off the bench. We have 2 more years left. This is going to be year number 19. Hopefully now Giannis has kind of emerged and broken out as like the top player in the league, or at least on this team. We can win another title. I mean, we've started off 8-0. Imagine we just went like 82-0. That'd be sick. I mean, we don't have Chris Bosh anymore. We've started off 12-0. Let's freaking go. 13-0. I may as well stay here until we lose a game. 15-0. I don't care. I may lose my voice. A back-to-back against Orlando. You have to think we're going to at least lose one of these games. Are we about to beat Orlando in back-to-back games? Oh my God, we are 17-0. That is kind of insane. 18-0. Can we go 19-0? Yes. Can we go 20-0? Yes. Let's freaking go, man. Can we go 21, 22-0? Oh my God. I guess Sean Marion is a goated head coach, but we unfortunately lost our first game by 2 to the Timberwolves. So for back-to-back seasons, Giannis wins the MVP award. LaMelo Ball is your Rookie of the Year. Brandon Ingram, 6th Man of the Year in Atlanta. I wonder if it's behind Luka Doncic as Giannis takes home Defensive Player of the Year. We go 65-17. We get Coach of the Year. Let's freaking go. There's now the play-in tournament in the Eastern Conference. Let's not do that. I was like, what's going on right there? So we are going to be taking on the Charlotte Hornets in round number 1. Giannis has now emerged as like the top guy and one of the best guys in the NBA for sure, as we no longer have Chris Bosh on this team, which maybe that was it. Maybe Chris Bosh was somewhat holding Giannis back. Paul George led the NBA in scoring. Russ, Trae Young, Kawhi, and Damian Lillard. Rebounds goes to Kevin Love still as a 32-year-old, and assists goes to Darren Collison. Are we able to beat the Charlotte Hornets and advance to the playoffs? Don't lose to an 8 Come on, we won the finals last year. Let's win it again this year. We beat the Pacers, we beat the Bulls, and the Knicks go back to back. And I think for the second straight year, we beat the Memphis Grizzlies. Giannis is turning into the best player in the NBA. We beat the Kentucky backcourt of Jamal Murray and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They also have Andrew Wiggins over there as well. So yeah, we beat the Grizzlies. We swept them last year. We beat them in 5 this year. We now have 3 finals in 20 years. We've also lost 3 as well, or in 19 years, excuse me. So here we go. Last off season of the video as we're entering year 20 of this 20-year rebuild. Hall of Fame, Yao Ming and Tyson Chandler, the final guys we will see. Tyson Chandler, what a historic career for him. So I'm not going to sign Kai Jones or Joshua Primo, my first round picks. We're going to pay that unfortunate luxury tax, as Evan Mobley ends up on the Wizards. Scotty Barnes ends up on the team that drafted him in the Raptors. Kate Cunningham goes to the Thunder. Jalen Green to the Pels. Franz Wagner to the Denver Nuggets here in the final draft. We will see. I'm going to hopefully bring back everybody. I don't mind kind of paying that luxury tax penalty this year. Obviously, Giannis is going to make so much money. Now they're making $40 million, these studs. Imagine he leaves me. That would kind of suck. He goes to Brooklyn, but now we're going to get him back. And I'm going to re-sign Goran Dragic and Marcus Smart as well. We're trying to bring back everybody for the final season. And Giannis finished up with his 3rd straight MVP to end the video. You just absolutely love to see it. Tyrese Maxey, most improved in Portland in the 2022 season. We're going to be taking on Charlotte once again in round number 1. And hopefully we're able to end this video off on a good note and win our, third straight finals. Here are the league leaders. John Wall in Golden State is your scoring leader for the 2022 season. Rebound leader goes to Cat in Phoenix, and assist leader goes to Kyrie in LA. So for the final year of this video, for the 2022 season, 20 years later, can we end the video off on a good note? Come on, Giannis, complete the three-peat, beat Luka and the Hawks in round 2, beat the Pacers, and we are here. Now we have conference finals MVPs. This could be poetic. We could end the video off beating the team that has beaten us twice in the finals, the Golden State Warriors, who have John Wall, DeJounte Murray, Danilo Gallinari, no longer have Dwayne Wade. Can we beat them in the finals? Yes, we can. We sweep them. Let's freaking go, man. That is poetic. Giannis, finals MVP, trading Andre Iguodala for that #1 overall pick, or just trading, I forget if it was Iggy for that #1 overall pick. But either way, yeah, I think it was definitely worth it, even though Iggy did get a finals MVP. So I guess it worked out for Portland either way. But we ended up getting 5 rings in this video, or excuse me, 4 rings in this video. We ended the video off on a 3-peat, letting Giannis shine. And then, yeah, we lost 2 other finals. Or excuse me, 3 other finals. We lost 2 to the Warriors. We lost in 5 to them, and then we ended up losing in 7 to the Portland Trailblazers, and Iggy gets a finals MVP against us. Here were all the MVPs as well, with Giannis getting 3, LeBron got a ton, AD got 1 in there as well, even Dwayne Wade got a couple, or excuse me, just 1 in there. And that's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys did enjoy this 20-year rebuild. It was pretty long to record. You probably could tell my attire for multiple parts in this video. It took a couple days to record, so if you did enjoy it, I'd appreciate you dropping a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and if you want to see more stuff like this in the future. I love you guys, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.